without a filter.
What you talking about Father Time? What?
Kyle Wallace.
Winning is the only thing that actually does matter.
Ben Brust.
So they can't execute the way they want to play offensively.
This is Kyle and Brust.
Did you call us idiots?
Yeah.
On 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. With Kyle Wallace, here's Ben Brust.
It is a great day to be alive on this Monday. Kyle and Brust live from Left Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Less is more. Make sure you hit us up there. You can also see us at Left Sports Bar and Grill on YouTube, at ESPN Milwaukee, and at ESPN Madison. Kyle Wallace, happy Monday.
Happy Monday indeed. And when I came here, I wasn't expecting to have a long line to get into the Wisconsin.
The fair is packed.
The fair is packed. Monday
Don't make
at
me
2
question
o'clock.
employment and PTO.
No,
and
it's the summertime, baby. People have vacation
that's a good
days,
point. That's a good point.
And they are using them for a good cause.
I mean,
for
the
Wisconsin
line
State.
was crazy.
You know, maybe it's because on yesterday, a lot of folks with the rain, maybe they were scared away from coming.
The max.
And so now they say, you know what? I am coming to the State Fair today. I'm shocked.
Well, it's beautiful out, and it's packed. Scooter count is on. 1, 2 to my left. There's usually 3 or 4 in my sight lines as we go. Scooter count is on today at the State Fair. And your Milwaukee Brewers took 5 of 7 on the homestand, which started a little shaky, losing the first game to the Pirates last Monday. Turned in taking 3 of 4 from them and 2 of 3 from the Twins. Ooh. And if I'm being honest, Kyle,
yeah,
it was an ugly 7 games.
Oh,
but
it was.
You'll take a win anytime you can, despite how ugly it may be. Now, so many things have happened. Like when you think about yesterday and you think about the Brewers being in first place and you think about Atlanta, the Dodgers, the Cubs, the Phillies, the D-backs, those are the current playoff. If it ended today, who would be in? Ain't nobody got a Jake Bauers doing what he's doing unprecedentedly.
Ridiculous.
Hitting opposite field home run lefty yesterday. Luis Lara, they signed the guy to a long-term deal, and he makes 2 Spider-Man catches. And it's perfect timing because they knew the new movie's out and CCAT went to go see it. But those 2 catches were unbelievable from a guy who was a Gold Glover in the minors, but this is the majors, right?
Yeah.
In that stage, they've had some injuries. Cooper Pratt, Joey Ortiz, you got Andrew Vaughn playing third base. The Brewers just figure out how to win ball games, and I just want to make sure that despite it being ugly looking, you don't take for granted the identity and the way this team plays under Pat Murphy.
Yeah, the runs are going to come eventually for the Milwaukee Brewers because that's what they do. But at the end of the day, something that you have to love, as you just said, that's the way they play. That's the culture. The fact that a guy like Luis Lara just feels that absolute energy. The fact that Ji-Wan Bae, or however you say his name, the fact that he can come in, gets a bunt, gets on base, but also just feeds off the energy. There is
Gary Sanchez rippling a double through the gap. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, I wish people could watch the Brewers every day the same way that we do, because they get to see unbelievable management and managing.
But Ben,
and then the players performing.
Yes, and that is the thing that is so different and so unique. Because if you compare it to what we have in Green Bay, or compare it to what we currently have with the Milwaukee Bucks or the Wisconsin Badgers, it just seems like they have built a foundation and a culture with the Milwaukee Brewers, regardless of who you are. Whether you are somebody like Christian Yelich, who may be struggling right now, but somebody like Christian Yelich has been here for a while, or you're somebody like Luis Lara, who's been here for a couple months, or somebody like Bae, who's been here only for a couple seconds. the Brewers just have this culture and this vibe that you feel that there is an expectation of how you will perform overall, and everybody feeds off one another. The play made by Lara, the 2 plays made by Lara yesterday were ridiculous. The one play that basically saved, I wouldn't say saved, well, you don't know what the game would have been.
Happen, but
saved runs from being able to score. That was a hell of a play by somebody who just rose to the moment. Like, there is not a moment for these guys that seems too big for them outside of the playoffs.
Well, I don't know why you did that. We were doing really good on this happy Monday.
I'm honest, Kyle. What can I say? I'm being honest.
Well, to me, if we're going to get specific here about Luis Lara, call me crazy, but the first catch was more impressive than the second catch.
Well, because
it was in the corner where the outfield sort of opens up and bends. So, he hasn't been out there that often. For him to be able to play that as perfect as he did and time that, and he spun around. I've seen him spin around a couple too many times.
The acceleration, though.
Yes.
The identification, acceleration.
Spun, and he's okay, I got it. And then he goes up and grabs it in that little, I don't even know what to call that corner. I want to say coffin corner almost.
Again.
And then he's running into the fence, catching it. It's unbelievable. Now, it's one thing, the way we talked about this is when you compared the Milwaukee Brewers and the other 3 major teams I'd say we cover the most, it's one thing to say next man up, right?
Yeah.
You know who says next man up? Every coach, everybody across all of sports. Every coach says we got to have next man up. It's one thing to say it, and it's another thing to live it. The Brewers live next man up.
Yeah,
literally, they live, die, and breathe next man up. If you want a tutorial on next man up, you got it with the Milwaukee Brewers.
You're talking about Brandon Locker's coming off the IL for a long time, pitch, running, and being able to step up and do something good for the Brewers. It just is crazy. It's crazy what these Milwaukee Brewers have been able to do consistently. And what's even more just crazy to me is that with Craig Counsell, let's be real, we thought Craig Counsell was doing something extremely special with the Brewers because he was. Like, all of a sudden, this Brewers organization is winning. And winning, they won a division title as well. But now seeing what is happening under Pat Murphy, knowing that they're taking it to another level, it's just so impressive. And so what I want to be able to see is translate over to the postseason is do you have the ability to have clutch hits? Do you have the ability to steal bases when you need? Do you have the ability to get the outs like Abner was able to get the out even though there was a missed check swing and be able to recalibrate yourself and still stay locked in and get out of that inning? Like, are the Brewers going to be able to do that and translate that over to the postseason if they are able to make it to the NLCS? But, Ben, you're absolutely right. That the fun of this weekend, and even though the Twins aren't that great and the Brewers, they took care of business, they won.
Dude, believe it or not, the Twins are still fighting for a wild card.
That's fine, but the Brewers are better than them.
No, I know. I'm just saying that's how bad the AL is.
But the thing is that for the Brewers to be able to win these close games that they're supposed to win is impressive. Would you love for them to take care of business? Yes, but sometimes it ain't always that easy. There's 2 teams on the field, and the fact that the Brewers found a way throughout this series, especially like you said, starting off that series against the Pirates the way that they did, to finish.
I think they were 1-6 at that point against the Pirates.
But
I think they were like
20-5
against the rest of the NL Central.
And it seemed like they were playing bad baseball a little bit leading up into the start of that Pirates. They're not winning games. Pirates series. So it's just impressive the way the Brewers were able to turn it on and find win by any means necessary. And I love it. The Luis Lara stuff, it really just speaks to the Milwaukee Brewers.
Jake Bowers.
Jake the Rake Bowers, he's cold.
He's 880 OPS as a guy who's like nearing 30.
Yeah.
And his last 2 years combined versus this year, like, this stuff doesn't happen unless you are the Milwaukee Brewers.
Yeah,
Jake Bowers ain't doing that anywhere else. I could promise you that.
And he's rising to the occasion. I mean, there's everything you should love about Brewers baseball yesterday. Even the play at the plate where Bryce Terang with the beautiful slide. I mean, he got there right before, but even the beautiful slide as well. It's just, that was special yesterday. Hell, it was so special. You know what my mom did? She texted me at the game, and Brewers win. Brewers win.
That's all she said?
No, that's what she said, because I was there and I left.
Hard-hitting analyst.
Well, she was just excited. Exclamation.
So on the Carbless Talking text line, Chef Ed chimes in. This win was the most rewarding game of the season. And Pat Murphy himself, post-game, talked about how, like, that was maybe the best team win that they've had. And I know we're talking about the Minnesota Twins, and I know we're talking about finding a way to win a series. But, again, they are 30 games above 500.
Yeah.
And every game does matter as you head towards the postseason. Now, I have a brain buster. I really do think I have a brain buster.
Okay,
I think I know what you're going to pick, but I think there's many layers to this question.
Brain buster.
Brain buster.
All right.
Okay. So
Theo Hall yesterday having some life. I love it, man.
as it stands right now, the Brewers are, I'm just going to go National League only right now, and we know they're the best team in baseball. They would be the 1 seed with a bye in the wild card round.
Yeah.
The Atlanta Braves would be a 2 seed in the skipping the wild card round and going as the 2 seed. The 3 seed, bracket style, would play the 6 seed, which as it stands today is currently
Chicago Cubs?
the Philadelphia Phillies.
Phillies, okay.
So the Braves would take on the Cubs or the Diamondbacks. It's fascinating. Now, there's a lot of season left. But this got me thinking, right?
I hope you're not going to ask me what I think you are.
What do you think I'm going to ask you?
I hope you don't think we ducking the smoke.
No.
Okay,
no,
I'm going to say, I hope you ain't talking about trying to get the matchup you want now.
Well, some people will, though. I've seen texts about maybe we don't have to see the Dodgers.
Nah.
So, despite them on pace to win 100 games, the Brewers may end up in the NLDS playing the Los Angeles Dodgers.
Okay.
Now, some people might root for – I would root for them to lose. But
I know where this is going.
Would you rather play the Dodgers in the DS in a 5-game series or play the Dodgers in the CS in a 7-game series?
Oh.
Now there's 2 things here, right?
Oh.
You get to the NLCS, which is quite the accomplishment, but you got 7 games against the Dodgers. In the DS, you got 5 games. So basically what I'm asking you is, do you want the accolades to go into the CS, but which I think is a tougher task, beating the Dodgers in 7 games, or do you want them right away in the DS, where you give them a 5-game series?
Yeah.
800-990-3776. I do want to hear from the K&B fam. 800-990-ESPN is the Carbless Talk and Text line. Call, text us there. Put that on the poll as well, CCAT, for YouTube. Would you rather play the Dodgers in 5 in the DS or the Dodgers in 7 in the CS? 800-990-3776. It's Kyle and Brust live from Left's at Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. We are located at the corner of the Grandstand Avenue and 2nd Street inside the fair. Tons of food and drinks. We already got some great candied bacon cheese curds.
Are they coming?
No, I'm saying we already had them. Now they know how to
say
say candied bacon cheese curds, not canned dried.
Then I have a problem. So
those don't look like they fit you.
No, well, they did. And I grabbed them for today, some shorts for today, and their waist is 33. Now, remember, I had lost some weight pre-wedding. I ain't worked out.
Yeah, you got it.
I'm a little nervous.
You're gonna go try them on?
I'm about to go swap into these shorts, and I'm a little nervous, Ben Brust.
Will Kyle Wallace's shorts fit when we come back? And would you rather play the Dodgers in 5 in the DS or the Dodgers in 7 in the CS? Let us know. We'll hear from you next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Emperor Penguin. You'd be like, yes.
It looks like every other penguin.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Brew Crew Tuesdays are back on August 18th.
Churio sends it deep to left, and there she goes.
Catch the Brewers on local TV as they battled the Seattle Mariners.
And Yelich launches one deep right center field. Forget about it. Oh, my goodness. Third deck.
This edition of Brew Crew Tuesdays is presented by Delta Dental of Wisconsin. Tune in August 18th at 6:40 on Fox 6 in Milwaukee, or check your local listings to watch the game.
Life's better with Grimal & Associates Agency with American Family Insurance. When you own a business, you're not just opening the doors, you're building something that matters. From your equipment and inventory to your customers and team, there's a lot to think about. And the right insurance can help you stay focused on what you do best. To find coverage that matches your business, risks, and goals, contact Grimal & Associates at 414-332-0838.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
No matter what business you're in, as the #1 SBA lender in Wisconsin, Summit Credit Union helps your vision take shape with loan programs, great rates, and strategic solutions.
Awarded the #1 SBA lender by the Small Business Administration of Wisconsin in 2025.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Experience Kyle Wallace right now. Buy 4 windows, get 4 free in 48 months with 0% interest, same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Kevin Rett from Mentality Men's Health. Here's what we've learned in treating 25,000 men. You can't just rely on testosterone alone anymore. To run at full capacity, your body needs peptide therapy on top of your TRT. Our physician's treatment designed to support your recovery, repair, and performance with peptide therapy. A custom plan around your numbers, monitored every step of the way. Testosterone levels the field and peptides drive your results. Start today at lowtusa.com.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Okay, all signed up. Easy. Now let's run payroll. What the? Hey girl, I'm you with more gusto. Nice. Who's that? New social media manager. Hired and onboarded with gusto. And spoiler, we're kind of famous now. Wait, we're famous? Oh, well, I'm famous. Payroll, benefits, and HR. Designed and built for small businesses. Choose a future with gusto.
25 years ago, a generational Bucks team made an unforgettable run.
This is the place to be.
Light It Up, narrated by Jim Paschke, is the new season of the Behind the Bucks podcast, presented by Gallagher, your trusted insurance broker and HR and benefits consultant. This is the oral history of the 2000-2001 Milwaukee Bucks and their run to Game 7 of the Eastern Conference Finals.
Absolute bedlam here at the Bradley Center.
Listen now on Bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and wherever you get your podcasts.
Earth Justice is a national legal nonprofit defending the environment and people's health. Until justice stands for all, our lawyers will never rest. More at earthjustice.org/neverrest. Earth Justice, because the earth needs a good lawyer.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
It is Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin, live from Left Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair.
How old is too old to have a binky in your mouth?
It's a fan of the show.
No.
Oh, that was a different kid?
Yeah.
Okay.
The kid looked 8. Had a binky in her mouth.
Parents are going to parent however they want to parent.
You know what? Whatever makes them shut up, huh? that's what it is.
Can I have my binky? Yeah. Well, that's even too low of a voice for that kid. That kid almost got facial hair.
Yeah.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace with you. 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and Text line. This is more. We are asking you, would you rather see the Dodgers in the DS, where you only play them in 5 games, or the Dodgers in the CS, where you're one away from the World Series? We got to play them in a 7-game series. I am anxiously awaiting the Kyle Wallace answer.
Yeah, I guess I really don't get why I would want 5 games, knowing that just means there's less games for me to be able to play to be able to beat the Los Angeles Dodgers. So you said I'd rather have to get to 3 than have to get to 4?
Yes. The
yeah.
flukiness of a 5-game series versus 7. When you play more games in a series, usually, which the Dodgers will be favored, the better team usually does win over 7 games.
Yeah.
When you think about the 3-game wild card series. It looked like the Brewers had it, and then it was gone.
Oh, you want me to remember the wild card series, the 1-game wild card series, the 3-game wild card series?
Yes.
What do you want me to remember?
Easier chance for an upset, and it would be an upset if the Brewers beat the Dodgers in no matter how long of a series. But the best chance for the Brewers to beat the Dodgers is in a 5-game series.
Yeah.
So then you take care of them in the DS, and then you go beat everyone else.
I think
take care of them in a 5-game series.
Yeah, I guess my whole thing is that I'm looking at that's less games for the Brewers to have to catch up. That's my whole thing is that I want to have a longer series to give the Brewers more chances and opportunities to win the series versus doing a short series. Hell, we got beat 4-0 last year. We might get beat 3-1 this year against the Dodgers. So that's something that I want a longer series. I guess the whole more chances for a fluke. You still got to play 5 games, man. You still do. And when you have a team that wasn't able to get 1 win, you think I'm going to have the confidence to say we're going to get 3 wins and they get 2?
I am shocked by your answer.
No, I'm giving you the 7-game series. I'm not. If it was
so you just watched, and all you've been harping about is the Brewers. Like the Dodgers, you can't beat them. We got swept in 7 games.
I'm sorry that I believe in the
No.
Milwaukee Brewers
You have not.
No, I know.
You have not.
I believe in the Milwaukee Brewers.
So
if you said 1-game series, then I'm like, all right, we got the Miz. I feel good about that. Hell, you might be able to send the Miz out maybe a 4th, 3rd time, at least maybe in relief in the 7-game series. You ain't doing that in 5. You're just going out 2.
Percentages: 2 out of 5 games is great.
3 out of 5, you mean, right?
Well, the Miz would pitch in 2 out of 5.
Yeah, game 5.
Yeah.
Give me 7. Give me if you make it to game 5.
If you make it to game 5 and 7.
Well, no. I was going to say, we're going to make it to game 5 and 7.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, wait, if you don't think we're going to make it to game 5 and 7,
like
what the hell
it's way
makes you
more
think
fluky. If you start at home and it's a 5-game series and you split that.
Yeah, I guess it hasn't been the reality for the Milwaukee Brewers, so that's why that's not something that I'm thinking about.
The Dodgers have dropped 8 of 9.
Yeah. The Dodgers dropped 6 of 6 during the regular season.
Now, the one thing that I'm glad, as we have anybody who holds me accountable here on the Carbless Talk and Text line, John in the 414 chimes in. And CCAT, since I can't get to what I need to, the 1 seed, would they get the 4-5 or would they get the 3-6?
I don't think you reshuffle.
Yeah, well, I know it's fixed, but I'm trying to remember if the 4-5 seed plays.
The 4-5 seed plays the 1. The 3-6 plays the 2.
Okay, then in that case, again, the Dodgers have lost 8 of 9. It is a possibility that they drop to the 4th seed.
I'm going to just tell you this right now. The Dodgers
actually, I don't know if they would because
it's all about they could drop to who's the
nobody's catching them in the NL West.
Yes, the 1 seed always gets the 4-5, no reshuffle.
No reshuffle.
Yeah, and so that again.
So I get the Cubs are a game and a half back of the Dodgers.
Again,
it's a possibility.
This is what y'all was thinking about. This is what y'all was creating, trying to look for avenues to beat the Dodgers versus just focusing on whether or not we can beat the Dodgers.
This is coming from. You know what? Guess who started this? Guess who started this? You'll be upset.
Who?
For those who have followed along with us, I will explain if you do. Captain Jared.
Oh no, not
Jared.
Captain. Oh, Captain
Jared.
Oh, we done lost Captain Jared.
But we follow Captain Jared. We are on his ship.
No. I'm jumping ship. I can't believe Captain is
having
second thoughts.
So Captain Jared is very analytical. He likes to look at things, take a deeper dive. He brings like a 2-page script about where the numbers and analytics, and he is as positive as it gets. He will find every reason to be positive. So his positivity today was, as he was telling me, he was a little scared of the Cubs.
Oh,
catching the I don't know what's going on with our captain. Do we need to become captain, co-captain of our ship to Brewers' success?
It sounds like our captain needs to retire. That's what it sounds like. We need to have a new person lead. Maybe the co-mates.
So again, when he speaks, he's our captain. I do listen to his ideas.
He ain't Pat Murphy. I liked his ideas when it was all positivity, encouraging me. Hey, don't be concerned. We're still in the first half of the Packers NFL season in the second quarter. Now when he's talking about maybe we want to get the Dodgers in a 5-game series, and I'm nervous about the Cubs. We thinking about the Cubs. He worried about the Cubs in the regular season or the playoffs?
Regular season.
Oh my gosh, the Brewers just won 5-7. Oh. He don't believe. That's cool. No, it's not cool. It's messed up. It's messed up. I can't believe it be the people you trust the most who change up on you. That's crazy. I know. Again, for the Milwaukee Brewers, I'm not really concerning myself about who we gonna play and when we gonna play them. My goal is for the Brewers to get as far as possible. I would hate for us to take a regression, to take a step back by only making it to the NLDS this year and not making it to the NLCS, especially when you're talking about some of the young guys on this roster that have emerged this year, of guys I would love for them to be able to get that experience. Talking about Bryce Terrain being there again, talking about Jacob Mizorowski being there again, talking about Luis Lara getting an opportunity to play in that big moment, or Cooper Pratt. So I would love for the Brewers to make it to the NLCS again.
So they could get 4 games of experience instead of 3, according to you?
It's better than the NLDS.
Let's go to the phone lines on the Carbless Talking text line, 800-990-3776. List is more. Chris and Muskego, would you rather see the Dodgers in 5 games or 7 games in the DS or the CS?
I'd rather see him in 5 games. 2 of them at home. You 2, you go on the road and still give up 2. You're coming back home for the 3rd, and Miz is pitching. But none of you are talking about is in the last 4 Mrs. starts, 3 or 4 starts, he's been giving up the long ball. He ain't been helping himself at all. What's going on with that?
Well, he has been susceptible to the long ball because guys just are able – a lot of solo home runs. But, yeah, I mean, that's –
There was a 2-run shot yesterday.
Yeah, but I'm just saying –
A lot of solo.
A lot of solo.
Because it's hard to get on base with him. It is something to think about. It's all location, right? And, like,
it seems like
in the middle of, like, a long season, I'm not going to get too concerned about the minus 550 NL Cy Young winner right now from a long ball standpoint. But I do see your point. It's something that I have noticed. But what I do know about Jacob Mizorowski is anytime he's been in a big moment, he has always delivered. So I'm not he's coming off of the arm fatigue. He had he still threw pretty good.
For me, the way that I look at it is, yes, I want Jacob Mizorowski to be as impossible to hit as possible. But when we're talking about a guy that's giving you 6 innings, giving you only 3 earned runs, I'm supposed to be mad about that? I'm supposed to be upset about a guy that still gave you a quality start?
Well, again,
you're
talking to Chris or me?
I understand him being an ace. You want him to probably allow the least runs as possible. But if you tell me that my starting pitcher only allowed 3 runs, you tell me that my team only allowed 3 runs in multiple games in the series, I would say the Brewers need to win that.
And also, it's like we could say like that's probably because even when he gave up a bunch against the Phillies when you were out, and I was in with Homer, we were at Summerfest. I think Miz only gave up 2 earned runs after the air. So believe it or not, I think this 3 earned run game is the most we've probably seen in God knows what, like 2 months. I haven't looked at it, but like that's at least from my knowledge what it feels like.
But again, that's something that I don't think we should get caught up in because regardless, if the Brewers starting pitcher or the pitching staff as a whole, which again yesterday, Miz he's the show. Like he's the guy that you go see. But the relievers yesterday were fantastic because they found themselves in little small jams and they got themselves out of it. And you could tell everybody was feeding off that energy. They did everything they could to ensure that the Milwaukee Brewers were going to stay in that game. But if your team's only allowing 3 runs total, you should be able to win every single one of those games.
I do know this, Kyle Wallace. Jesse Nelson had another bad take.
No, come on. Wait. He
wait.
He was gone today.
I know. I will be going to look at when you were on your honeymoon. Me and Gabe Neitzel were talking about the back end of the bullpen.
Yeah.
And Jesse Nelson said he was upset because Trevor McGill and Abner Uribe aren't the same players. They're not near as good as they were last year.
Well, maybe that was true at that time.
And no, it was like 10 games after McGill went like 10. Now I think Abner's at like 20 scoreless.
Yeah.
McGill's been dialed in. So we will have that for some fun Jesse Nelson at some point here on Kyle and Brust throughout the week. But again, thought exercise. It's a thought exercise. And it's good to hear and see the text coming in the YouTube comments on the Carbless Talking text line. I think people are just saying right now, they believe in the Brewers. You're going to have to face them no matter what, when, it doesn't matter. If you believe in the Milwaukee Brewers, then bring it on.
Well, that's my whole thing is that I don't really care whether it's 5 games or 7 games. I just want the Brewers to be able to win. I don't believe that they can beat the Dodgers in any of these series because of how good the Dodgers are when they are healthy, regardless of how they're playing right now. But I still would love to see my team have a chance.
Tim the Trash Man chimes in. It's crazy how Kyle can have the utmost confidence that the Packers can go 6-0 with out Micah Parsons, but no face the Brewers can possibly beat the Dodgers. That does not scream ultimate fan to me.
Well, it's a completely different game. You're talking about different level of teams. I'm supposed to be
different
scared.
Level of teams.
I'm supposed to be scared of Kyler Murray and J.J. McCarthy. I'm supposed to be scared of Tua.
You're supposed to have more confidence in the best team in baseball. I think is what he's saying.
If the Brewers were, if the Milwaukee Brewers, if the Green Bay Packers were playing Seattle or the Rams every single week in the first 6 games, I wouldn't say they would go 6-0, Ben. I wouldn't. That's what they're basically doing. They're playing the damn World Series champion.
But you're also forgetting from a Packers standpoint, in the NFL, it's hard to win games.
It is hard.
No matter
to win.
who you play, no matter who the quarterback is.
It is very hard to win games. But I'm just saying, we're not playing the juggernauts in the first 6 weeks.
Keep them coming in. Want to hear your thoughts. A great week for the Milwaukee Brewers, no matter how you slice it. Winning 5 of 7. Head on a little road trip, so get ready to watch some late night 8:40 baseball with Logan Henderson on the bump tonight.
Those Cubs, man, I bet they're like, dang,
bro.
Can't gain
I think since the All-Star break, like the Brewers are like 20-6 and the Cubs are like 20-7 or something like that. It's like they're playing great, but doesn't matter.
It does not matter because the Brewers find ways
on the scoreboard and on the standings. You can win, but the Brewers have to lose. Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, live from the Wisconsin State Fair.
It's a hot one and a beautiful
Packers family night was on Friday, and somebody came out of the garage. Was it the Golden Bugatti? Indeed it was. Matthew Golden. He's next on Kyle and Brust, live from Lefts of the State Fair.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
Payback is a... I sure have. I still got a video from a lady talking crazy to me. I said, oh, ma'am, I am writing a review.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Potawatomi Casino Hotel Milwaukee is setting the stage to rock your socks off. This August, jam out with real rock off. You could win raging prizes to the tune of $300,000. Get in on the jam session by playing with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries. Thursday nights will be a game show battleground for your share of cash and reward play. Real rock off. It's gonna be epic. Only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
It all started with a small storefront and a big promise. Treat every customer just like family. For decades, local families have trusted Sendix to provide the freshest food, the warmest smiles, and a place where community comes first. From generation to generation, we have grown together. Because Sendix is more than just a grocery store. It's home. Thank you for allowing us to serve you for the past 100 years. Here's to the next 100 years. Sendix, your trusted local grocer.
Shopping for new windows and doors shouldn't feel like a negotiation. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin doesn't believe in games. They never inflate pricing, and there's no high-pressure sales pitch. Just premium windows and doors built for long-term comfort, beauty, and peace of mind. Buy direct through Pella, and one trusted team handles everything with Pella-certified installers every step of the way. Real pricing, premium quality, no games. Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin. Schedule your free in-home consultation today at PellaWI.com.
It's time for the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirits deals in town. Located at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action.
Down on the Brewers farm, there's a big bat to keep an eye on. First base prospect Blake Burke has been promoted from AA Biloxi to AAA Nashville after crushing 30 home runs at the AA level. Burke was a 2024 first-round draft pick to Milwaukee after starring at the University of Tennessee. Despite having the MLB's best record, the Milwaukee Brewers ranked 30th, dead last in home runs hit this season. So Burke's promotion to AAA certainly something to keep an eye on as the postseason quickly approaches.
This has been the Milwaukee Baseball Report on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by National Liquor Mart.
As a homeowner, I know how easy it is to put off maintenance projects. Hey, it's Jen Latta here, and one thing I've learned from working with 2-Day Painting is that preventative maintenance is almost always less expensive than major repairs later. Whether it's exterior painting, carpentry repairs, or preparing your home for another Wisconsin winter, the team at 2-Day Painting can help. Don't wait until small problems become costly ones. Ask about their free touch-ups for life and schedule your free estimate today at 2daypainting.com. That's 2daypainting.com, and tell them Jen sent you.
In Wisconsin, we know the value of a great home team. It's people who know the field, show up, and play for us. That's what you get with Wisconsin's community health plans. They understand the providers, the local needs, and are committed to helping families, businesses, and communities thrive. Your health, your community, your plan. Learn more at wicommunityhealthplans.com.
Sponsored by the Wisconsin Association of Health Plans.
The wait is over. Women's college volleyball is back, and it all begins at Fiserv Forum this year with the AVCA First Serve event. Be there August 21st through the 24th for 4 days of can't-miss doubleheaders, featuring Wisconsin and Marquette, plus defending national champion Texas A&M, Kentucky, Pittsburgh, Texas, and more powerhouse programs. Dig into 4 days of elite matchups and get your tickets before it's too late at FiservForum.com. Watch the nation's best teams serve up the start of a new season. Grab your seats today at FiservForum.com.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin, live from Left Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. Packers family night, I heard, was pretty sloppy. I wasn't in attendance.
Nor did you probably watch. You're putting together a shelf. Or
No, I hired somebody for that.
Oh, you were watching them put it together.
No, that's happening later. I didn't get it done before she came back.
It's
all good. She's fine. She's fine.
gosh.
She's fine. She's happy to see me.
Crazy.
My wife and daughter were out of town for a week, and I think they were happy to see me.
She lets you get away with anything.
I got the smile.
Draw the line somewhere, Miss Brust.
You know she does. It's Mrs., by the way.
You got me on that one. Mrs. B.
Mrs. B. Speaking real quick before we get to Packers family, we did the 20-week anatomy scan for our second baby.
Oh, wow. 20 weeks.
I can confirm it's a girl.
Oh, wow. Boy, were you holding out hope maybe they got something wrong?
I don't know, because if it was wrong on the test that we got, I was like, I don't know if that's good or bad, but I mean, I guess we'd roll with the punches.
Wait, can't you see it on the little, when they do the little
gel? That's what we saw today. And
this was the gel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I confirmed.
Oh, so those other time was a blood test.
Yes. This is visual confirmation.
Damn, they have blood tests to tell you the gender of babies?
Yes.
That's crazy.
It's not that.
Daddy, how can they take your blood?
Well, they don't take my blood.
No, not your blood. How can they take your wife's blood and say, oh, yeah. Based off your blood flow right now, that's a girl.
Yeah, I think it's hormone levels, and I you know what? I don't even know why I'm talking. I don't know what it is. I just know that it's.
So
I looked it up when I got the test. It says 99.5% reliable.
Ben was sitting there hoping maybe that blood test was wrong. He
0.05%.
He said, "Yeah, that's a girl. That's a girl.
Nope, that's a girl."
Surrounded. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
On the confirmation of you being outnumbered. What a beautiful thing.
Indeed. So that being said, it sounds like Matthew Golden is a beast. And it sounds like Keisean Nixon was getting cooked. Some we're not used to. Some we're used to seeing.
Okay, I'm gonna say now. I've seen it before.
I think it's two different conversations. If you want to, see Keisean Nixon do well for the sake of the cornerback room, I get it. But for right now, I want to focus on Matthew Golden.
Let's do it.
Because I'm mad at Homer. Homer from the Homer Hour, 5 to 6 VSP Milwaukee, basically slandered Matthew Golden. He hasn't done anything special. You judge somebody how good I can be on how special they show you their peak can be.
Yeah.
And I don't know if his eyes were closed or his napping before Green Bay game night when the Packers played the Chicago Bears.
Well, that's an accusation that he was napping before work for the talk about the game he had to react to.
My point is,
not on purpose,
not on purpose, but I think he might have missed the play where Matthew Golden took it to the house.
He woke up. Huh, what happened?
Touchdown. Oh, who was that? Savion? No, it was Matthew Golden, Agent 0, number 0, the Golden Bugatti. And he cooked Keisean Nixon a couple times at Packers family night.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking back, Kyle, to conversations we've had this offseason. Once we knew Dontavian Wicks, gone. Once we knew Romeo Doubs, gone. We talked about Christian Watson, Jaden Reed, Romeo Doubs, and Tucker Kraft as those 4 main pass catchers, 1 tight end, 3 wide receivers.
Now, Doubs out, Golden in.
Did I say Doubs the second time? My bad.
That's all good.
My point here is, Kyle, when we talked to Bryan Bulaga, when we talked to Jason Wilde, and again, this was before we've seen early parts of training camp, Packers family night, I said rank in your order who was going to lead the team in receiving yards.
Yeah.
It was either Tucker Kraft and Christian Watson, 1 or 2. You can flip them however. And we asked other people as well. Then it was Jaden Reed, which I understand. He's got 800 yards in 2, led the team receiving as
Basically
a rushing second-year guy.
Multiple times, yeah.
But Matthew Golden, he's a first-round pick.
Yeah.
He has untapped potential. And when you see what he's able to do, are we underrating the fact that Matthew Golden could be better than what we are projecting based off of, I don't know, the fact that we know what you can get from Christian Watson and Jaden Reed? I think when you know what you can get from those guys and they are good receivers, Matthew Golden has a potential to be great. I don't think I want to put a ceiling on great right now.
Yeah. That's my whole thing is that I believe a lot of people are underrating and forgetting that Matthew Golden was a first-round pick for a reason. He has 4.29 blazing speed for the Packers. And, again, it was only one play that we saw Matthew Golden last year in the playoffs. But there was also times that you saw him run great routes. You saw him use his hands away from his body, and it just all seemed like if Matthew Golden was finally going to get an opportunity, it was about the playbook. That's why he didn't get as many reps last year and snaps last year. It's because he didn't really know the playbook, and they couldn't trust him to be in the spots that he needed to. Jordan Love couldn't trust him to know the play. And so now with us seeing in year 2 that changing, I truly do believe that Matthew Golden has the highest ceiling of all of the receivers. And that's saying a lot because I really do think Christian Watson can be a big-time threat for the Packers. But I do believe that Matthew Golden has the best ceiling, and I feel like on Friday night he showed once again how big of a playmaker he can be. I mean, to be able to track the ball the way he did, come down with the catch. And, yeah, he cooked Keisean Nixon. I mean, it happens. It's practice, basically.
And again, another one-on-one situation. Yeah. Where's the safety help? But, again, it's all encouraging.
But to see him come down with that big catch, I think that's something that is very encouraging. And a lot of players take that big leap from year 1 into year 2, and I think the confidence is going to be there for Matthew Golden. And like I've said it before, dude is your only guy on the roster that can be a true number 1 wide receiver. I've been saying that basically since last training camp.
But if Christian Watson hits 1,000 yards, that qualify him as a number 1?
It hits 1,000, it'll be a number 1. But again,
until he does it, you're just not saying it.
I mean, a great example: Cortland Sutton. Cortland Sutton is a receiver down for the Denver Broncos, so we all know he's a good number 1, right? He's a solid number 1. He can give you 900 to 1,000 yards in a season. But there's a difference between being a good number 1 and a bona fide number 1. A bona fide number 1 is a guy that's going to consistently get you 1,100, 1,200 some yards. Devontae Adams was a bona fide number 1. I believe the ceiling for Matthew Golden is he can be a bona fide number 1 for the Green Bay Packers. And if he can be that bona fide number 1 and Christian Watson lives up to the full contract that he has and Jaden Reed just keeps being the guy that he is, this offense can be lights out. This could be a whole bunch of fireworks, and Jordan Love will be an MVP if all 3 of those guys step up, because that's not even talking about the threat that Tucker Kraft is and how Tucker Kraft is a matchup nightmare for defenses.
The problem that I have is the conversation you just had with yourself sounded a little bit like Madden. And not to say that you can't project those things, but the offensive line is an issue.
Oh, let me tell you. Don't even get me
started.
No.
I know. We're not going to talk about it right now because I'm going to get you started. Not right now, but I'm going to get you started because I need you to tell us about American Family Insurance first.
Oh, yeah. You already know what it is with American Family Insurance. If you are looking for homeowners insurance or you're looking for car insurance, you know exactly where to go. That is American Family Insurance, and they make it so easy at American Family Insurance because all you have to do is go to amfam.com and you can find an agent near you. Yes, you go to amfam.com and you can find an agent instantly online that's near you, or you can get a quote instantly online. So make sure you visit amfam.com today.
C-Cat, did you whisper something in my ear that we now have to do next because you worked magic?
Yes, I absolutely did. We had the coldest take of the baseball season so far.
Jesse Nelson, Kyle.
Oh,
when you were on vacation.
Come on, Jesse, stop it. What done Jesse done did now?
You'll hear next.
You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
Man, Kyle, do you ever know what you're talking about?
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. On this show, it's always football season.
I'm not overly concerned because it seems as if Green Bay's not overly concerned.
Wilde and Tausch, presented by Pella Windows and Doors of Wisconsin.
Everybody over there feels like this team was there. We got short-circuited with injuries. We have the right staff, we have the right people, and we have the right players. We just need to stay healthy, and we'll be champions.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on 94.5 ESPN, ESPN Milwaukee's YouTube channel, and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Every tailgate has one. One person who brings the grill. One person with the lawn games. One who's convinced this is the year. But everyone's favorite, the one who shows up with the carbless. Handcrafted premium cocktails with bold flavors, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. No mixers, no mess. Just crack one open and enjoy. This football season, make Carbless the MVP of your cooler. Find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
What life events have you experienced over the past couple of years? Well, maybe one is coming up. The sale of a company, death, divorce, a health crisis, or helping to pay for college or a wedding. Well, Annex Wealth Management has assisted clients with life events, but planning for them can make all the difference. Knowing what you own, why you own it, and how much you're paying for it is a big part of smart financial planning. Annex has an entire in-house team that works together so you can make informed decisions when life events come up. Click Get Started at annexwealth.com.
Do you know the secret to losing up to 1 pound of fat every day? At Milwaukee Weight Loss, we know the secret. Our doctor-developed, easy-to-follow weight loss program helps you lose weight fast, naturally and safely, and with no drugs or injections with risk of serious side effects, no prepackaged meals, bars, shakes, and no exercising required. Our program helps reset your metabolism so you can keep the weight off for good with a coach for ongoing support. Our program costs up to half as much and works up to twice as fast as most other programs. Go to MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com to schedule your free consultation.
Back to school season always seems to get everybody back on a schedule. So here's my question. When are you going to make yourself part of that routine? Homer here, and that's exactly what I did with Milwaukee Weight Loss. I wish I would have started sooner. Feeling better, got more energy, because it works. Right now, if you enroll by August 31st, you'll save $200 on the complete Milwaukee Weight Loss program. Don't keep putting it off. Visit MilwaukeeWeightLoss.com and schedule your free consultation today.
Results may vary.
I love a good competition, especially when it brings together some of my favorite things. UW Credit Union, Wisconsin sports, and some friendly trash talk. Mark Tauscher here, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to the inaugural UW Credit Union Games. Watch Wisconsin student athletes from various sports go head-to-head until we crown the ultimate winner. Follow along on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and all of our social media platforms. UW Credit Union, here for every you.
We've all walked through the Expo Center at the Wisconsin State Fair, seen something and thought, now that would be nice to have. Hey, it's Jen Latta from Jen, Gabe, and Chewy, and that's exactly what happened to me when I found Good Health Saunas just a few years ago. Buying my infrared sauna was one of the best decisions I've ever made. I sleep better, have more energy, recover faster, and with how much I travel, the detox benefits are huge. Visit Good Health Saunas inside the Expo Center at the Wisconsin State Fair August 6th through the 16th, or learn more at goodhealthsaunas.com.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Jeffers with the fans on their feet. 1 out of 3 today. The pitch from McGill. Fly ball center field. In comes Mitchell. He's there. Ball game over. Trevor McGill with a 4-pitch 9th inning. Clamps down the win for the Brewers. 4-3 your final score.
That was from Saturday. Milwaukee Brewers. Trevor McGill getting it done. The reason why we wanted to make sure you got to hear from Jeff Levering in the Brewers Radio Network was because Jesse Nelson strikes again, Kyle Wallace. It's Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin, live from Left Sports Bar and Grill. at the Wisconsin State Fair. So, C-Cat, was this me and Jesse hosting together?
Yeah, it sure was. Circa June 30th, 2026.
You were.
I was laying in the sun.
You were laying in the sun.
I was in Punta Cana, Meaches, Dominican Republic.
You were having a good time.
I
You know
sure
everyone by
was.
name. You were sipping on not pina coladas like our guy C-Cat, but different drinks that you were enjoying. Here's Jesse Nelson on June 30th with me on Kyle and Brust while Kyle was out.
Relief pitching, big time number one. I have been saying since early May that is the spot of this team that I think is weaker than it has been in years past. And no matter how good your lineup is, no matter how good your starting pitching is, in the playoffs, if you don't have dependable back-end bullpen. Now, it doesn't have to be like you don't need 8 guys who are dependable out of the bullpen. We all understand there are certain roles that Chad Patrick and guys like that have to play over time. But you cannot have uncertainty about the 7th, 8th, and 9th inning. And Jared Koenig coming back, bless his heart, I don't think that's the answer for what the Brewers need to solidify the back end of the bullpen this season. You can tell, and you've been able to tell since early in this year, Trevor McGill and Abner Uribe are not as good as they were last year. They are not as dependable as they were last year.
There it is. That back end portion is my favorite part. And also me saying, dude, you're not watching then, because I think that was at the time that Trevor McGill had then got 10 of the last 10 saves. Did you know, Kyle Wallace, in Abner Uribe's last 20 appearances, he has given up 0 earned runs in his last 20 appearances.
Cooking.
0 earned runs for Abner Uribe, who is at a 2.05 ERA in that spot.
Yeah, I mean, listen,
they're not the same guys, though, according to Jesse Nelson.
Jesse might have spoke too soon. Let me not be a Jesse defender, but I will say, because Jesse was a little late on that one because of the fact that you just said that.
In the month of June, Trevor McGill gave up 2 earned runs. In the month of July, Trevor McGill gave up 1 earned run.
Yeah.
In the month of August, in 5 appearances, he's given up 0 runs.
No, he's
just stupid.
Yeah, Jesse is a little bit stupid. Jesse should have been paying attention. But, I mean, here's the thing. To try to save Jesse from all his stupidity of saying that he doesn't think these guys are who they are, I think one thing he did say right is that you need to have a good back end of the bullpen. I think the Brewers added to the bullpen, but Jesse always speaks entirely to he
had the right point, but he put the point towards the wrong people.
Yeah, he did at that moment.
And by the way, they did. They went and got JoJo Romero, who I believe in, who's been a mainstay in the back end and high leverage spots for the Cardinals, part of the Dustin May trade, and Sensatella, who was a starter. Had an injury, and now he's part of the team.
Playing well?
He had 1 2-run outing he gave up. But regardless, my point is, Jesse, keep saying stupid things about the Milwaukee Brewers, please. It makes me so happy when you're wrong.
And it seems like once he says the bad things, all you have to do is fast forward a month, and he's proven just disgustingly wrong.
Like, I'm wrong. He's, like, way wrong.
His takes, he has these takes. And the problem is he has these takes about guys that are proven, right? It's one thing to have a take about
McGill was an all-star last year.
That's the problem, is that he's going at the top dogs for this team that have shown you a level of consistency of being good, where he's all of a sudden jumping ship entirely too early. He tried to jump ship talking about maybe we should think about Pat Murphy, and it's too early. We're talking that in May. Maybe we should think about Abner Uribe, and maybe we should think about – it's entirely too early not to trust those guys. Remember how I said, hey, we shouldn't give up on Christian Yelich quite yet, even though some people might have the reason to give up on Christian Yelich. You can't give up on certain guys who have shown you in the past that they can be good. And
you sound like Murph. You got to remember who he was and what he can be.
You know, Jesse, I feel bad for Jesse's wife. All it takes is one bad week of arguments, and Jesse's probably thinking maybe we should think about sleeping in separate beds for a couple of things.
That's crazy, but you're not wrong.
Nah, man, he just crashes out. The kids call him a crash out king.
I always try and think, does this have anything to do with him being an only child?
Has to be. He never had to share, never had to allow for other people to have bad days. It's just been about me. Oh, the Brewers bullpen wasn't playing too well to start the season, so let me not even focus on what they're doing currently now, but even back at the back end of June, and make me have this stance.
Jesse will be proven right in the playoffs when it matters, when Ben loves his irrelevant regular season. From Marcus in the 920.
Oh, Marcus in the 920.
You know he's a Bears fan and a hater.
Oh, I'm going to say it might be Jesse in the 920.
No, it's definitely not his burner account, I can tell you that much. Yes, again, C-Cat, I was worried that you didn't have the part where he talked specifically about Abner and Trevor. Are you able to play just that end part? Because when he talks about not believing in those guys after an all-star year of McGill and now Abner at 20 or 21 consecutive.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Ben. I'm looking back at Abner in June as well. Is that Abner was fantastic. When he said that June 30th.
Well, yeah, that's why I went back for Abner in June, and then if I went back for McGill.
Abner allowed 2 runs in June, but at that point, Abner hadn't allowed a run in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But when he said that Abner hadn't allowed a run in a single outing, and he had pitched a total of 6 innings, 5 innings at that point.
At the end of April, McGill was at a 6.55 ERA. By the time that he said this on June 30th, McGill was at a 3.38.
Trending down.
And now McGill's at a 2.58.
Yeah, and you have Abner almost at a 1.
So that's why I said I don't think he's watching. Just one more time. And we're going to have this forever.
This season. You can tell, and you've been able to tell since early in this year, Trevor McGill and Abner Uribe are not as good as they were last year. They are not as dependable
You're not
as they
watching
were last
then.
year.
Trevor McGill has been great. Basically since the first month of the season. He has turned it around. He has found the fastball velocity, and he showed it again last night. I don't know why you're so caught up in the Uribe.
Oh, great! He got a save
thing.
last night.
No, it's
wait,
not.
What did he say? Oh, great!
Over the last 2 months, he has been better than he has been to the start of the year. Not only was it save opportunities blown, it was tie ball games that he blew. I saw all that, but Murph talked about on the On Deck show yesterday with Lane Grindle asking questions about the bullpen specifically. And he talked about how Uribe and McGill have been awesome for this team the last couple of months, getting back to their true form that we knew them last year to be. So, although I
thought he was going to jump in there eventually, and it never happened.
No. He's just sitting there.
Windmill dunked on his ass. He couldn't say nothing.
Bro, it's kind of fun to listen to that back.
I was going to say.
I even hit him with I listened to Murph with Lane or Jeff because I didn't know which one it was on the On Deck show, saying how great they've been in the last 2 months. I ain't messing with Jesse.
Hey, Ben ain't never had that much space to cook. My goodness, Jesse just shut up.
I said,
yeah, I mean, for real, you dunked Shaq. You said, all in his face.
There was long blinks from Jesse there. Like, I didn't. I wish I could take that one back.
I mean, even more so, though, the great thing is that these guys have found their way. They found their ways for a lot of months. The Brewers brought reinforcements to the bullpen. So, again, that is something that should be so important that the Milwaukee Brewers, right now, where it stands, especially when you're going into the playoffs to be able to shorten games, they're in a good spot.
Oh, man, I love that way too much. Ben Brust and Kyle Wallace live from the Wisconsin State Fair at Left Sports Bar and Grill. As I've mentioned, it's the Grandstand Avenue and 2nd Street corner inside the fair. The Chimmy Bratchanga, the candied bacon cheese curds. You can cool off with a nice Sipsconsin cocktail bar where you can check out all the great things they have there. Again, there's private space as well if you're looking for a get-together at the Wisconsin State Fair. Because, look, it's packed here in a good way. You know, people are taking the fair, but if you want a little special opportunity, make sure you contact Left Sports Bar and Grill.
I'm dripping.
Bro, I know. You saw my headphones.
Yeah, I'm dripping down the arms
I don't
now.
need to see all that.
Yeah, I got a little chubby. But the pants fit.
That's good to hear.
That is very good to hear.
So, you said you didn't want to get started, but I think I got to get you started.
Yeah.
The number one thing that can hold back this offense from being a top 5 offense is
the offensive line.
And we discuss that with you on Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin in 2 minutes.
Your brand doesn't need more square footage.
It needs more wow.
When you work with Captivate Exhibits, trade show booths become magnets, lobbies become living stories, break rooms become culture builders.
Captivate creates experiences people don't just see, they feel.
For more than 30 years, their award-winning team has transformed big ideas into bold brand moments that command attention and drive results.
Stop blending in.
Start captivating.
Visit CaptivateExhibits.com. Every homeowner has a list. That roof, those windows, that bathroom you've been meaning to update. If you've been putting off home improvements, you're not alone. At Exterior Pros and Baths, they help homeowners upgrade their homes with beautiful roofing, siding, windows, doors, gutters, and bathrooms built to last. Right now, save up to $3,000 on your next project. Don't wait until a small problem becomes an expensive one. Call 262-800-4274 or visit extpros.com. Exterior Pros and Baths. Done right, built to last.
Homer here with a message about Three Pillars Senior Living Communities, located on a serene setting along the Bark River on 300 gorgeous acres. Three Pillars Senior Living Communities is a top-ranked full continuum community. Active adult, independent living, assisted living, memory care, skilled nursing, and rehab. Three Pillars, the hands-down choice for you or your loved one. Been there. Know people who live there. They love it. You gotta go to Dousman and see it in person. Get all the info on Three Pillars at threepillars.org.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. Can you believe we're already talking about the end of summer? It feels like we were just firing up our grills for Memorial Day. But if replacing your windows has been sitting on your to-do list, now's the time to get it done and cross it off for good. Right now, you can buy 4 windows and get 4 free, and you can also get 48 months of 0% interest financing. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
We are the home for all your Bucks coverage. 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee. A locally owned Good Karma brand station. Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. With Kyle Wallace, here's Ben Brust.
It is Kyle and Brust live from the Wisconsin State Fair. It's fun chatting up with everybody during the breaks here. Swing on by if you're coming on down. Love interacting with you. We love interacting with you on the Carbless Talk and Text line, 800-990-3776. You can call us. You can text us. See us on YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. Unfortunately, we got to go there, Kyle.
Yeah.
We got to go there. Now, this isn't super specific, but I think it's concerning to hear the head coach talk about it. The consistency that he is not seeing from the offensive line. We hear from Matt LaFleur at his presser.
I just think the consistency from down in and down out. Certainly – the mental, we had a lot of mental mistakes a year ago, and that can't happen because you're just not giving yourself a chance. And then the carryover from Indy to team, you want to see these guys playing with the proper footwork, with the proper hand placement, getting your eyes in the right spots to give yourself a chance, because the creatures that they have to block on the other side of the ball, they're more athletic on the defensive line. So, yeah, all of that, all those fundamentals have to come together.
That Matt LaFleur talking about the offensive line. Kyle frivolously taking notes.
Yeah,
you not hear this before?
No, I know. I heard it. I read it. And the problem is that there's a significant annoyance that I have, especially even watching the family night game on Friday. I was just very disappointed in what I saw. Some of it was disjointed. But when you don't hear your coach talking about the fact that we have capable starters. And the Green Bay Packers right now are rotating Jacob Monk at guard. Now, a lot of that is because of the fact that Zach Tom, I'm going to get his last name right once I figure
ZBB.
out ZBB is, coming back with health. And so Belton's getting rotated around. But the problem I have right now is that it doesn't seem like Anthony Belton has cemented himself as the bona fide starter at that guard position.
Which is the only good thing from that standpoint is nothing is given, it's earned. But you want to see him earn that and just put the conversation away.
And Aaron Banks' health being a concern and being able to build a consistency and building a relationship and communication between him and Jordan Morgan. And so when I think about this, if you have a coach that that is not talking about like in the wide receiver room. Last year, the whole thing with the wide receiver room is that we had so many capable mouths to feed. You had Dontavian Weeks, you had Romeo Dobbs, you had Matthew Golden, you had Jaden Reed, you had Christian Watson. Hell, you even had Bo Melton at the end of the season. And plus the tight ends, you had guys that you felt confident that you could put out there and they can be starters. Whereas with the offensive line, the conversation is not the same thing. I have not heard Matt LaFleur say, yeah, we have 7 or 8 guys that are capable of starting. Right now, it just seems like he's trying to figure out who are going to be the best guys to be out there versus them saying, boy, we have a deep stable of guys. And so I love that the Packers are trying to develop guys, but I don't love that the Packers don't seem like they have a whole bunch of guys they can throw out there and they can be confident in starting. And you have to improve after last season because teams were able to stop the run against the Green Bay Packers. Yards per rush, the Packers weren't great last year.
The amount of times we witnessed Josh Jacobs get hit behind the line and again, he made something out of nothing, but that something could be something more if he's able to get going.
And it makes you more one-dimensional, and teams were able to pin their ears back and rush Jordan Love a lot last season and just put the Packers in a bad position because the offensive line was not good. And so if we go into this season, and if the Packers' offensive line is complete disarray, then that will be an absolute disaster for the Packers because in order for this team to get to where they want to go, they have to be able to throw the ball with Jordan Love. They have to be able to protect Jordan Love. And how much I think Tyrod Taylor is a capable backup quarterback, the Packers ain't going nowhere if they need to depend on Tyrod Taylor for multiple games this year. They have to find a way to protect Jordan Love by any means necessary. So if by the time they get to the end of camp, if they don't feel confident that they are sending the best 5 guys out there that they know will protect Jordan Love, the Packers need to be looking for a trade or they need to be looking to bring somebody else in because I'll be damned if the offensive line once again plagues this offense.
You know, as you're talking through this, I completely agree with a lot of what you're saying. The time that Jordan Love needs to throw, you want to be able to throw downfield and showcase what we saw at Packers Family Night with Matthew Golden, Christian Watson downfield. We know he's a threat. My frustration goes towards Goody. You know why? Because after they lost to Philadelphia in the wild card round, what did we saw? We saw some guys go down and not have the depth, but it was something that was compounding up to that point. And then he publicly talked about how they need to invest in the offensive line.
And he did.
And they did invest in different ways. They went and signed the most expensive guard in the free agent market in Aaron Banks.
They went and drafted Anthony Belton in the second round.
Drafted Anthony Belton.
Which he better be starting if he's a second-round pick.
The year before that, we're on year 3 of Jordan Morgan, who has been tossed around. Now he's finally playing left tackle. ZBB got hurt. That's kind of part of the game. We know he can be an all-pro, Pro Bowl type right tackle 100%. When healthy. But there's to talk about that. And then to hear Jason Wilde last week say they don't even have a plan at backup left tackle right now.
They do not.
That's a problem. Like this is a Goody problem, in my opinion, because when you talk about after you get dominated in the trenches by Philly, that's 2 seasons ago now. You need to fast forward, and it's all the investments he made financially or through draft capital that are going to be guys that you're depending on right now, and this is his body of work. His body of work is Jordan Morgan better work. Aaron Banks, they restructured. So he's not just here this year from moving on that old contract. They restructured him. He's next year. Sean Ryan, again, I think you just want him to be solid because he's moving to a new position for the first time in 8 games. That he played 8 games at center. So he's moving to center. You just talked about Belton. We know ZBB, Zach Tom, but the depth isn't there either. So if anyone goes down, we're talking about Jacob Monk, who we forgot Jacob Monk was even a part of the team because he didn't even get reps when they were rotating guys last year.
And he had some reps at backup center where the Green Bay Packers did not trust him, that they moved Sean Ryan on the inside to
correct
center. And so, again, that's my biggest thing is that when I'm thinking about the Green Bay Packers and I'm thinking about the fact that they're rotating guys in because they're trying to figure out who could be the best guy versus feeling very confident in the guy, that is troublesome. And I said it when you were talking. Anthony Belton is a second-round pick. All right? He needs to be playing. Like, you don't draft a guy in the second round to be part of a rotation. That's what I'm getting sick of right now.
Jordan Morgan drafted his first-round pick as left tackle, gets beat out by a guy that ends up leaving in free agency to sign for pennies on the dollar.
And so, they have to get better. Some people could say it's coaching and development, but it also is identifying talent. Something has to shake here at the offensive line because that is the last position that you want to be struggling at because teams do not find a way to be successful if they do not have a good offensive line. Or, as you saw in the Super Bowl last year, if your offensive line is shaky at certain spots, you will eventually get exposed in the biggest moment.
The other person I want to point out here is, who's their offensive coordinator?
The Packers?
Yeah.
Stinovich.
Has anyone, does he even exist?
He does.
He doesn't make He doesn't make it on any platform, any article. And by the way, he was the offensive line coach.
He was.
So when you move to a different position like offensive coordinator, you probably still have as Matt LaFleur is a head coach, what is his main primary focus? The offense. And what is he really good with? Quarterbacks. Right? How is the offensive coordinator who came as the offensive line coach, how is it regressing as bad as it is? And as we talked about in the offseason, nobody really interviewed him for a real offensive coordinator job because he doesn't really do much.
Yeah, your bread and butter is offensive line in the sense of that's what you coached up, that's what you're known for, and the offensive line sucks. That is a huge problem. And I think, again, this is why I question why the Green Bay Packers kept him around. I felt like one thing Matt LaFleur should have did is he should have been looking to bring the most talented coordinators around him. I thought bringing in Jonathan Gannon was a great thing to do because Jonathan Gannon had experience coaching in the Super Bowl. He had experience being a head coach, so he brought something to him. Whereas I look at the offensive coordinator, Adam Stenavich, I just don't see the added value that he can elevate Matt LaFleur. Can he help Matt LaFleur? I'm sure. But can he truly elevate Matt LaFleur and make him think outside the box? We haven't seen that in the last couple of years.
It's super frustrating because the fun conversations we have and the fun things that we can see on Sunday may not reach its full potential based off the product of the offensive line.
And it's so disappointing because the whole thing that Goody talked about 2 years ago is that we need to be thinking about competing for championships, and that's why he made the investment. But
he talked about the window in the window that they're in. This would be like year 3 of that 4 or 5 year plan.
It would be.
You're in the meat of it.
And I love how I love the fact that they got rid of Nate House because they realized that it did not work. I don't like the fact that they doubled down on Aaron Banks. I thought that it would have spoke volumes saying if we make a mistake, we are going to move on from that mistake as soon as we can. And Aaron Banks, as of right now, because, again, I don't know how good Aaron Banks can be simply in the Packers uniform because he hasn't been healthy. Right now he's not healthy. He's dealing with the knee issue that it doesn't seem like we can for sure believe that he's going to be healthy all throughout the season. That is going to create even more problems because now you're going to have, once again, lack of consistency that Matt LaFleur was talking about. That consistency isn't just with play. It's also with having that same starting five out each and every week. And the Packers, it doesn't look like they're going to be able to have that even going into the season if Aaron Banks is not healthy and ready to go.
And another thing that frustrates me, and you alluded to it, but let's not forget, Jordan Love got popped against the Bears, right? The concussion. But he also, that was a free look. He had been getting banged up more than ever in that second half of the season. More than ever. Yeah. And so that's in the back of my mind, too, as you're playing and trying to figure out 5 guys who have never consistently played on the offensive line together. And who speaks continuity on the offensive line? I know you're like, hey, you can figure it out, you can shuffle. So one of the best right tackles in Packers history is Bryan Bulaga. And he'll join us today, later on. We'll get into this. He talks about continuity. There is zero continuity with injuries and the guys they're bringing in and the competition. It just leads me to believe that during the season they might be trying to figure this out on the go, and that's not a good thing to be doing.
And the thing that sucks is being a Packer fan my entire life. Talking about the offensive line is not something
never.
The reason why Brett Favre was able to be as great as he was is because he had a good offensive line. The reason why Aaron Rodgers was able to be as great as he was is because he had a good offensive line. The offensive line allows for teams to truly thrive, but more importantly, it allows for your quarterback to be that guy, to be that dude. And if quarterbacks have to be worried about getting pressure like we saw.
Getting rid of the ball quicker, on a quick time clock in their head.
It's just a whole other thing that we shouldn't have to be concerned about. We got to let Jordan Love be unleashed, and being unleashed, you got to have protection on the offensive line, something that the Packers are lacking right now.
Are you worried, or are we overreacting to the offensive line for the Green Bay Packers? 800-990-3776 is the Carbless Talk and text line.
We're going based off what the energy that your head coach is putting out is the energy that we're reflecting right now. If the coach, if he had energy of confidence like the D-line, he's been glowing about the D-line. He feels good. He feels good about the safety position. He's talking about having all 3 guys out there at one time. Like, he's been talking about the receivers.
The leadership from Zaire coming in, playing with Edgerrin Cooper, and those two talking about it. Again, he's going to answer questions about positions that need work. But like you said, as we played earlier, Matt LaFleur didn't feel confident. I didn't like the confidence that he had when talking about it. Left doubt of like there's going to be some creatures on the other side of the ball, and we're not ready for it. Is kind of what I heard.
Which is messed up because that can't be a good thing for the quarterback. I just don't want Jordan Love under duress because if Jordan Love's under duress, this team isn't making the progress and taking the steps they need to. Especially when you're talking about, I do believe this defense can be very good when Michael Parsons is out, but if they're not great, you need to make sure that offense is putting up as many points as possible, and it's hard to score when you can't run the ball. It's hard to score when you're under pressure nonstop and your quarterback's being moved off his spot every time that you get in the 3rd and long.
Are we worrying too much? Well, I guess what? We're going to find out from Jason Wilde on the Yuengling guest hotline, because Jason, usually if we're one way, he's either going to send us back to a safe zone or probably escalate us even further based off the information he gives us.
Well, I'm ready to be escalated to the moon on this one.
We'll see what he says. Jason Wilde joins Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin, live from Left Sports Bar and Grill. Next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
But then when you
whoa off now.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Problems continue near the Hale interchange. We have a busted up pavement on northbound 4394, right about just south of Beloit Road. 3 right lanes are blocked with this. So big backups heading back through the Hale in all directions. We've also got an accident southbound 43, just about a mile past Highway 100, almost gone on 43 southbound. So at least we got that going for us. And then we've also got some delays westbound 94 from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by IKEA. Back to college season starts at IKEA. Shop smart storage, bedding, furniture, and more. Verified college students save 15% with IKEA Family. Stop in today at IKEA Oak Creek or visit us online at ikea.us. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, slight chance for showers, partly cloudy with a low of 67. Tomorrow, storms likely, cloudy with a high of 78. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Stay up to date on the Green and Gold all off season. The Green and Gold Fix podcast is brought to you by Potawatomi Casino Hotel. Luxury stay, elite play, unwind in sophisticated comfort. Win big, dine, and experience the events in Milwaukee.
Students learn best when they can put their knowledge into action. JA's Stock Market Challenge teaches high school students how to analyze stocks and how current events impact value. Thanks to RSM, our partner that makes this program possible. It's just one of many ways JA brings learning to life. To learn more, visit wisconsin.ja.org.
An ESPN Radio Extra Point with Chris Canty.
I don't know how many quarterbacks you can use Kwesi Adolfo-Mensah, the former general manager, as the scapegoat for. J.J. McCarthy didn't work out. It's clear and obvious. Justin Jefferson isn't happy, which is a key in all of this. They fired the general manager, brought in somebody else. The head coach went out and got Kyler Murray to be a part of this quarterback competition. This has to work in Minnesota, and I don't know that the organization is going to continue to gamble away seasons on the promise that once upon a time was J.J. McCarthy. I think this is Kyler's show. If J.J. McCarthy somehow, some way ends up starting games, it would be because he blew everybody away in his training camp in preseason, or it would be because of an injury to Kyler. And I think those are both long shots as we sit here today.
Download to see if you qualify. Not all customers will qualify. Transfer fees may apply. No Albert subscription required. Albert is not a bank. Albert Instant Loans are issued by FinWise Bank, member FDIC. Not an actual client. Terms apply.
Kylie, what's wrong? I just got hit with a car repair bill. I'm behind on rent, and I feel like I can never save any money.
Have you tried the Albert app? Albert is your financial assistant, helping you find ways to save and create custom budgets to actually grow your money. Plus, you can get up to $10,000 for big expenses, or advance up to $1,000 fast when you need cash right away.
Albert can get me up to $10,000?
Exactly. Albert spots you in a pinch and helps you grow your money in the long run.
I'm downloading Albert right now.
Download the Albert app and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000 for whatever you need. The Albert app helps you budget better and save more money so you reach your financial goals faster. Download the Albert app right now and use promo code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000. Use code CLEAR to borrow up to $10,000.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 4 windows, get 4 free in 48 months with 0% interest, same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
I would certainly hope that they would if I'm a Packers fan.
3-time Wisconsin Sports Writer of the Year.
Believe me, I have tried to get some information on that.
Holding everybody accountable.
We felt that way last year.
Jason Wilde is on Kyle and Brust.
Joining us on the Yingling Guest Hotline, live from the Wisconsin State Fair, it is Kyle and Brust across ESPN Wisconsin. Is Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across the various stations. Jason, what's going on?
Not much, guys. How are you?
We're well. I think what's interesting is it's exciting to talk about like Matthew Golden, how he looks, and this, that, and the other thing. But then when you get to the offensive line, I don't know Seinfeld well. I know Jen, Gabe, and Chewy do it. Can you help maybe put into the I'm stressed, yada, yada, or I'm freaking out? Like, where should Packer fans be with the offensive line?
Well, I definitely don't think you should be freaking out. That would be premature. Now, do I think that there's reason for some apprehension? Sure. You would like to see Aaron Banks, who has made a number of trips to the bank from the Packers. You would like to see him doing more work in practice, for one, right? Two, you would like them to know who their right guard is going to be. And they've kind of bungled how they've used Anthony Belton in his first season and second training camp. Because last year in training camp, all he did was play tackle, and then they made him a starting guard without any work at guard in camp. And now, he's been, at least temporarily and maybe permanently, surpassed by Jacob Monk at right guard. So, now he's back to playing tackle, which he hasn't worked at tackle until recently. So
why didn't did Jacob Monk get time at right guard when they were rotating last year or in the past?
No, I think that they basically played him. They basically played him at center, like they viewed him as a center. So, he got a little bit, but certainly not sufficient to be ready there. And look, they're caught between a rock and a hard place, right? Because they love to talk about putting their best 5 out there, but at the same time, the more positions you work at, the less adept you are at each one. You may be able to do all of them okay, but you never become really good at one of them. That was, and they admitted it when it came to Jordan Morgan, right? I mean, Goody flat out said it. We probably didn't do him any favors. So I get it. I think I know it frustrates some fans, and I understand that frustration. But what I would say is, if I have to choose between the two of those, I would rather have my best 5 out there and try and help them figure out how to be better at their various positions than try and put a guy out there that's not as good as another guy that's on the bench, but they've worked at that specific position longer.
Are you shocked that this is a major conversation, specifically after I thought they talked about investing more in the offensive line after that 2024 ending against the Eagles?
Yeah, I guess they did invest, but I don't. I trust my my guy Ben Sorensen at Associated Bank to invest my money wisely and with minimal risk. I'm not a big investment guy. I'm not doing a lot of day trading, but it doesn't matter if you invest in the wrong things, right? Like, great. Hey, it's great that you invested, but this guy's not any good. Now, I'm not saying that Belton falls under that category. That would not be fair to Anthony Belton to say, okay, we know this guy's not any good. I don't think that's true. I think he's just been, a little bit like Jordan Morgan, played out of position, and now they're trying to figure out how do we salvage this.
Hold on, Jason. I'm sorry about this, but you just said that you're playing out of position. But if he got drafted to be a tackle, and you already had Zach, formerly known as Tom, at right tackle, you drafted Jordan Morgan the year before. Where in the hell were you going to play a second-round pick then? Like, what was the plan? You didn't draft the guy to be a backup in the second round, did they?
Well, there's been other second-round picks that didn't play right away, and no, that's what Goody does, right? I mean, look, he was a left tackle in college. Ted Thompson before this did it all the time too, right? Josh Sitton was a left tackle. T.J. Lang was a left tackle. Bryan Bulaga was a left tackle. So it has worked, but in this instance anyway, it hasn't worked all that great, right? And that's a short-term view because look, if you were grading the selection of Jacob Monk in the first 2 years, you would not grade that very high either. He hasn't played. Nope. And now he's in position to be a starter. So, I would just say that I'm a big believer in if you're going to move guys around, you need to have evidence that they are capable of doing that. And here's another example. Their starting center, Sean Ryan, was a 3-year starter at left tackle at UCLA. And then he never played tackle either, right? He always was at guard. And then suddenly they got into a pickle and they had to put him at center. And luckily for them, he didn't completely suck at center. Yeah. And now they have extended his contract. So again, offensive line takes a while. But if you're going to try and play guys right away, and then you end up deciding, you know what, we might have a guy that's better than where we played this guy right away, then you end up doing some difficult juggling. Let's put it that way.
Jason, what's going on with Keisean Nixon? He went from running with the ones, and then I won't say he had a bad performance on that family night. He was on the bad end on some highlights. But then all of a sudden he goes to rotating with St. Juice to running with the twos. I'm sure he probably rotated today maybe with the ones again. But what's happening with Keisean Nixon?
Yeah, we got to be careful with how we report things on social media because, and I just have given up on it. The accurate way to describe what's happened with Keisean Nixon is yesterday and today, he has spent one series with the number 2 defense each day, and Benjamin St. Juice, who they call Juice, that's his nickname, has rotated in. But every other snap of the number 1 defense has been Keisean Nixon.
But you don't rotate. Do you rotate your starter guy? If he's a solidified starter, you don't rotate your number 1 guy, do you?
Yeah, I mean, again, I think that I don't think it's a vote of confidence. Don't get me wrong, but let's make sure that we're not. And I'm not saying you're doing this, but I think when people see those tweets from practice, it maybe results in a stronger view.
It's the engagement game.
Right. Like here's the thing. Like, did you see any subsequent tweets when Nixon was back with the ones the rest of practice?
No. Well, yes, but it didn't get as much engagement.
Right. And so
and to your point, Jason, then you get these aggregate accounts that have hundreds of thousands of followers that just put out Keisean Nixon playing with the twos. And then it becomes a bigger story.
Right. Which you guys don't. I've lost my zeal for social media, and I understand there's value to it, certain things, but a lot of times it creates inaccurate views. And so, to Kyle's point, I think it's important to acknowledge that he has been working at least one series each of the last 2 days with that group, which is definitely not a vote of confidence. At the same time, do I anticipate the Packers starting corners in Minnesota to be Benjamin St. Juice and Brandon Cisse against Jay Jettis and Addison and that crew? No, I don't. But, I would also say that Keisean Nixon, for all his faults, what's that old song, with all your faults, I love you still, he's still their best option, and he's been incredibly durable. Like, he doesn't miss time.
That's very true.
Like, Carrington Valentine has now been sidelined for almost a week. He's not going to play in the game. And credit, I had a really nice conversation. First time I've talked to him one-on-one. I had a really nice conversation with Brandon Cisse today. And he's an impressive cat, man. Like, he's, I was telling him, that, I've covered the team a long time, and there's been only a handful of guys that I can remember that came in as rookies and, really carried themselves as older than they actually were. Like, Randall Cobb was 20 when he got here, but you never would have known it, right? Greg Jennings, and he recognized, he's like, 18 and 85, like he knew who they were. And I said, and I mean this as a compliment, like, you seem old compared to, he turned 21 on July 2nd.
Fresh 21-year-old.
But I think it's important, given the situation he's been in, that you have a guy that's capable of being that mature. And, I asked him if he thinks that's helped him. He talked about his dad and what an influence his dad is, because he's worked 2 jobs his whole life, and he's always saying you could be better. Even as good of a day as you have, you'll be better tomorrow. And he really took that to heart. He's got an older brother who's kind of the same way. And so he said even when he talks to his dad after a practice, he's saying it before his dad can even say it. Like, but I got things I got to work on. I wasn't good enough in this or that. And so I just think that that's a great way to start out. And we'll see what ends up happening on September 13th. But I will admit, I went into training camp thinking, can a 20-year-old kid really start on opening day? And now I've come around to the possibility that not only could he start, but maybe he should start. We'll have to wait and see.
What about his performance on the field has stood out despite, all the great things of his mindset?
Yeah, he's just steady. And obviously you want the splash plays. He had an interception earlier in camp, but St. Juice has had an interception. Jalen Simpson, who nobody really knows who he is, but he's one of the guys that I kind of root for. I really like him as a dude, and he's had a pretty challenging journey to his opportunity. He had a pick 6 today. That's his 3rd interception in camp. So, Cisse has not had a ton of splash plays, but he also hasn't gotten cooked, right? And there's as much as you want to make a bunch of splash plays, I'll take the guy that doesn't have any interceptions but has barely allowed any completions. And I think that's what Cisse's basically been.
Jason, everybody was talking about Trace Mack, especially the guy to the left of me. Has Trace Mack gotten some folks off his back after his, 6 for 7 performance?
6 for 7,
and Friday family night?
Yeah, and 7 for 8 if you count the one that was wiped out by a penalty. No, I don't think so. I just think they haven't kicked much. They didn't do kicks today.
Today, right? Yeah.
And, right, and then yesterday he was 2 for 3 inside the Hudson Center, and doinked a 48-yarder off the right upright. And by the way, they're still not signaling whether the ball went through the uprights or not, even when we're inside the Hudson Center.
Are they saying? Are you hearing?
Family night.
Yeah, but Jason, are you hearing that? Anybody saying that? It seems like he has the right stuff, though. They feel
you're reaching right now.
Well,
you're reaching.
Listen, I feel I am a believer, and I believe in him more than
because
I believe
you have
in the
no
previous
choice.
Guy. Well, I'm just looking for some good news.
You're like Shabuzi. You just want some good news.
Is that one of his new songs?
It's one of his. You don't know. All I really need is a little good news.
You've sung twice now.
No, all I know is everybody in the car getting tipsy. That's my jam.
Yeah, that's
car.
Same guy.
Bar.
Yeah, there you go.
Not everybody.
He's got more songs than that. Look, what matters is when they go to Pittsburgh on Thursday, does he make the kicks or does he miss them? Who gives a damn if guys are saying, he's got the right stuff? Yeah, lots of people have the right stuff, but then don't do their job well. Yeah. And look, I don't have anything against Trace Mack at all. I like the way he's handled himself. He's been very steady with his personality. He has not been uncomfortable in the limelight. He did have a good night at Lambeau Field. I would also add that all that stuff about the wins at the practice field versus Lambeau, in fairness, he went into Lambeau and he kicked it a heck of a lot better. So maybe there's something to that, right? I've been telling people not to panic. I said it's okay to be concerned, but don't panic. And I think that's a fair way to look at it. But at the same time, like, he's got to make the kicks in the games because that's the closest we're going to get to the pressure of games that actually count. And they're going to have 3 of them. I would bet that there's going to be some situations where, whether it's on Thursday night or the following week in Denver, where Matt LaFleur is going to have like a 3rd and 2 from like the 30-yard line, and he's going to, whether it's Tyrod Taylor or whoever's at quarterback, he's going to have him run a shot play down the field. So if it's incomplete, they settle for a field goal. Or if it's 4th and 1 from the 28, he's going to choose to kick it instead of going for it because he wants to get as many chances for smack. And I would also add this. I've seen family night where they have the kickers kick like 10 in a row, and that can go sideways in a hurry. I thought the way they went about it for family night was really smart. And in fairness, that's more like what it happens in a game, right? I mean, there's never a game where he kicked 9 straight field goals on 9 straight snaps. So he handled it well, and now we'll see how he handles it moving forward.
Jason, we appreciate all the time and all the insight, and we'll talk to you Thursday.
All right, guys, I look forward to it. Take care. Be good.
That's Jason Wilde, host of Wilde and Tausch, 9 to noon across these various stations. But I do know this. If Trace Mack is missing kicks, Kyle's going to crawl in his bed under the covers, and it might be comfy, though, at least.
It will be comfy because you already know what it is. Steinhoffels is my mattress, and you hear the sirens in the background because you need to be alert. You need to know that Steinhoffels is right there in your backyard, and they also have everything that you need. Whether you're trying to set up your bedroom, whether you're trying to set up your kitchen, whether you're trying to set up your dining room or your patio or your beautiful basement, you can go to Steinhoffels, and they will take a great care of you. And right now, you can upgrade your sleep and save on a Beauty Rest mattress at Steinhoffels. Get a free foundation with your Beauty Rest mattress purchase. Queens start at just $14.99, or you can step up to luxury and get a Beauty Rest Black King adjustable base, and you get $500 instant in saving. Plus, with Steinhoffels 60-month financing, better sleep has never been more affordable. Don't overpay for great nights of sleep. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com or in-store at Steinhoffels. Relax, it's Steinhoffels.
Starting to feel like the mayor of State Fair right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of people yelling our names.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, live from the Wisconsin State Fair. I got excited about the confidence that Luke Fickell's portraying, but I don't want anyone else to say anything that's going to get me too confident because I'm just not going to believe you. I'll tell you why next.
You're experiencing Kyle and Brust
Hi, guys. Well, you made my day, I'll tell you.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Problems continue near the Hale interchange. We have a busted up pavement on northbound 4394, right about just south of Beloit Road. 3 right lanes are blocked with this. So big backups heading back through the Hale in all directions. We've also got an accident southbound 43, just about a mile past Highway 100, almost gone on 43 southbound. So at least we got that going for us. And then we've also got some delays westbound 94 from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by IKEA. Back to college season starts at IKEA. Shop smart storage, bedding, furniture, and more. Verified college students save 15% with IKEA Family. Stop in today at IKEA Oak Creek or visit us online at ikea.us. And checking the TMJ4 Storm King forecast tonight, slight chance for showers, partly cloudy with a low of 67. Tomorrow, storms likely cloudy with a high of 78. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
It's ESPN Wisconsin's Jen Latta. I've spent my career around athletes, coaches, and people looking for an edge. That's why I was so impressed when I visited Revival in Brookfield. From kickboxing-inspired fitness, Kaiser cutting-edge performance training, yoga, bar, Pilates, and a suite of recovery experiences that include red light therapy, infrared sauna, cold plunge, and contrast therapy, Revival is redefining fitness and wellness all under one roof. Limited Tier 1 memberships are now available while they last. Schedule a tour today at revivalbrookfield.com.
Snap-on IndyCar weekend at the Milwaukee Mile. 2 races, 1 iconic track, twice the action. August 28th through the 30th. This is summer's fastest ticket. So get yours now and hold on tight.
The fastest weekend of the summer is almost here. August 28th through the 30th, the stars of the NTT IndyCar Series return to the legendary Milwaukee Mile for the only doubleheader weekend of the season. 3 days of high-speed action, daring passes, driver appearances, family fun, and wheel-to-wheel racing at the world's oldest operating motor speedway. Be there as championship contenders battle it out at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Don't miss the Snap-on IndyCar weekend. Get your tickets today at wistatefair.com.
Every tailgate has one. One person who brings the grill. One person with the long games. One who's convinced this is the year. But everyone's favorite, the one who shows up with the carbless. Handcrafted premium cocktails with bold flavors, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. No mixers, no mess. Just crack one open and enjoy. This football season, make Carbless the MVP of your cooler. Find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Eric Brown. Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's choice for siding, windows, roofing, and doors.
Siding Unlimited delivers on expectations because our experience, integrity, and craftsmanship come through on every project.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
When your team needs custom gear, don't wing it. Big Frog Custom T-Shirts and More is your local partner for high-quality apparel with hands-on design help and services that actually feel, well, helpful. For your business, teams, or events, Big Frog makes it easy. Visit bigfrog.com/Mequon today.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Kyle and Brust live from Left Sports Bar and Grill. Get into the conversation at 800-990-3776. Carbless lists is more. YouTube at ESPN Milwaukee and at ESPN Madison. I want to take a listen to the new Badgers quarterback, Colton Joseph, talking with the Big Ten Network crew.
Oh, Colton.
Your fans look forward to from an offense this year?
Explosiveness. I think we're going to be explosive. Big plays down the field, big runs, big passes, all of it. And we're going to score a lot of points.
Nice.
Nice. That's kind of my reaction. Nice.
Nice.
You know why I say nice? Because this is where I temper back down, Kyle.
Cool.
What will be sold the first year?
The launch, you're gonna score. We got the dairy raid.
The dairy raid. We're gonna open it up. We're gonna throw it downfield. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And so when it comes to the Wisconsin Badgers, this is. I know you can change, and change quickly in college football, but they couldn't score last year.
Couldn't score is a understatement.
How bad was it, Kyle?
It was pretty anemic. I mean, overall for the season, the Badgers averaged 12.8 points per game, and only scored 154 points. But it gets worse. When you go into Big Ten to play, the Badgers scored a total of 81 points in Big Ten play last year. 81 points. They were shut out multiple times last season, but 81 points. This is the same organization. This is the same football program that dropped 83 in one game. Just let me put that in perspective.
Oh, shoot.
The Badgers
I almost swore.
The Badgers in one game, the Wisconsin Badgers against Indiana years ago had more points in one game against the Indiana Hoosiers than what they had all season in Big Ten
play. The Badgers
play.
in the Big Ten championship game against
70
Nebraska.
Points. They scored 13 points less, and they probably could have running up the score if they wanted to. And so, yes, that just shows you how bad the offense is. So, are they going to score points? Yes, but like you said, when you say score points, are you saying score more points than last year?
How many points is a lot of points?
Because averaging basically 9 points per game during Big Ten play last year is just atrocious, and that's why the program was so bad. That's why so many people were calling for the job of Luke Fickell last year. But it's a new year. Colton Joseph is a dynamic quarterback. He can throw, but more so than throwing, he could run as well, so he should be able to move the chains, keep drives going. So do I think the Badgers are going to score more this year? Heck yes, I do. Now, is it going to be enough for the Badgers to be really, really good? That's why you play the games on Saturdays, baby, and the first game on a Sunday.
Again, I get what Colton Joseph's saying here, right? Like, he's the quarterback. He's gonna say all the things that, he's confident in, and I get that. But as a fan of the program, I just can't get behind him.
Oh, why not? I mean, you can only go up from here.
Play it again, C-Cat. Play it again.
Your fans look forward to from an offense this year?
Don't sell me.
Explosiveness.
Ooh.
I think we're going to be explosive. Big plays down the field, big runs, big passes, all of it. And we're going to score a lot of points.
Nice.
Big runs, big passes, lots of points.
The nicest. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. You guys scored a lot of points.
The launch that the Badgers were talking about when Luke Fickell first took over, it was delayed a couple years. You know how a lot of projects get delayed a couple years? The project of the launch got delayed a couple years, but let me tell you, it is heating up. It is back.
Is that for us?
Oh, okay, you can hand me mine.
Hey, thank you. We just got some corn.
All right, we got corn on the cob. Who is this from? The Lions Club?
Lions Club in New Berlin.
Oh, shout out. That's what's up. I'm sure they're doing a lot of great things. Can't eat this on air.
No, we cannot. That would be tough.
But again, I am actually hopeful that the offense will be much better this year. I do think the Badgers.
Stick of corn right now.
I do think the Badgers are going to be a better team this year. I don't know if it's going to yield better results in the sense of the team being better, like in a sense of I think he should stay around. But I do believe that Colton Joseph could be good.
He can only go up from here.
And he's not going to be a one-hit wonder. Hopefully he'll be here more than one season.
Or he'll show out and go get paid more because we might not have the money to continue to pay
No, we
players.
got money now.
We'll see.
I was told we got money now, and
We'll
I trust
see.
Sean Eichhorst.
We'll see. Well, I don't know if Sean Eichhorst said that.
He didn't
Homer's
say that.
been
No,
preaching it.
Homer's been preaching that, but
because of Ted Kellner.
I'm saying we're getting more money now, period. I trust Sean Eichhorst.
Okay, yeah. Well, I'm glad you put out the period there so we know what you're talking about.
Yes, sir.
Kyle hates the youth. We'll explain how
stop
next.
it.
You're surviving Kyle and Brust
That's what you're saying.
That's what I'm saying?
That's 100% what you're saying. Now, I disagree.
on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. Women's college volleyball is back at Fiserv Forum, and ESPN Milwaukee is sending you there. Listen to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy for your chance to win 2 tickets to attend the AVCA First Serve, August 21st through the 24th. Watch Wisconsin Marquette defending national champion Texas A&M, Kentucky, Pittsburgh, Texas, and other powerhouse programs battle it out to open the season. It's 4 days of elite volleyball, electric matchups, and unforgettable action. Listen to Jen, Gabe, and Chewy this week for your chance to win tickets. AVCA First Serve at Fiserv Forum. Win tickets here.
Calling all High Life lovers, the Champaign of Beers is making history. They're selecting their very first mayor of the Champaign of Beers region. Share your story, throw your hat in the ring, and show us why you love High Life by visiting the Miller Brewery website. Must be 25 plus to sign up, 21 plus to enjoy. Celebrate responsibly.
Hey, it's Kyle Walls for Universal Windows Direct. Can you believe we're already talking about the end of summer? It feels like we were just firing up our grills for Memorial Day. But if replacing your windows has been sitting on your to-do list, now's the time to get it done and cross it off for good. Right now, you can buy 4 windows and get 4 free, and you can also get 48 months of 0% interest financing. Call 414-410-2000 or visit universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Over 50 years in the making. One incredible auction of Bobby O'Neill's sports memorabilia collection. Have a good night. Saturday, August 15th. Collectible treasures. Kneel before the altar of autograph legends. Items from the iconic motion picture Rudy, including the Wilson football used in the final scene. Touchdown! Dick Butkus 10-karat gold Chicago Bear alumni ring. Unbelievable! MLB Hall of Fame in Cooperstown life-size bronze busts of Ruth, Gehrig, Mantle, Musial, and Jackie Robinson. Jackie Robinson. Priceless. A huge collection of baseball signed by Hall of Fame's best. Ted Williams, Nolan Ryan, Willie Mays.
And he makes a miraculous catch.
Museum-quality baseball photograph and signed prints from both Conlin and Sarno collections. Giannis Antetokounmpo framed jersey and cased basketball. Over 100 prime lots can be viewed online. Go to DonleyAuctions.com. That's DONLEY auctions.com. And register for the Bobby O'Neill Sports Collection. August 15th. Get them before they're all gone.
I'm with Eric, Director of Research for Good Karma Brands. They have business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Eric, what does partner mean to you?
Partner isn't just out for them. The partner cares about how we solve our problems, and it can be a mutually beneficial relationship from there on.
And I understand throughout the more than 15-year partnership between Good Karma Brands and James Imaging Systems, you have shared many core values.
Absolutely. Work hard, be honest, over-deliver, follow through, listen, teamwork.
Eric, summarize your overall business technology partnership with James Imaging Systems for me.
Outstanding. As we've grown tremendously, you guys have still been able to meet our needs each step of our growth. That's huge.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
I love a good competition, especially when it brings together some of my favorite things. UW Credit Union, Wisconsin sports, and some friendly trash talk. Mark Tauscher here, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to the inaugural UW Credit Union Games. Watch Wisconsin student athletes from various sports go head-to-head until we crown the ultimate winner. Follow along on the ESPN Madison YouTube channel and all of our social media platforms. UW Credit Union, here for every you.
Right now, more than 100,000 children waiting in foster care need our help. The Dave Thomas Foundation for Adoption is focused on finding them safe, permanent homes. Learn more at davethomasfoundation.org.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Live from Left Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. Swing on by for all your entertainment needs. Located Grandstand Ave and 2nd Street inside the fair. There's food, there's drinks, there's games, there's private spaces. You got it all. Kyle Wallace, you were being a good Samaritan over the weekend, weren't you?
Sure was. I was volunteering at an event this weekend with my baby.
What happened?
Well, it was a nice community event, community resource fair down on the south side, and we were giving away backpacks and many other great goodies. And, any kid that came to the table, we were providing them with backpacks, right?
Okay.
It came to the fair, going back to school.
Were you providing the backpacks?
I was in charge of did I provide them for the event?
Well, I know you didn't provide anything. You were in charge of distribution.
My time. I was in charge of the distribution of backpacks. And so when kids came to the table with their families, I said, oh, look at the cute little babies. How many backpacks y'all need? You need 3. Here you go. 1, 2, 3. I see the kids. Anytime kids came to the table, I gave them a backpack. So there was this kid that came with his sister and another one of their siblings, and they asked for 3 backpacks. I said, yeah, make sure y'all sign in. Here go y'all backpacks. Y'all have a good day at school. I'm minding my business. The kid comes back and says, hey, I didn't get a backpack for my brother. I said, where's your brother at? I can give him a backpack. He said, oh, he's at home. I said, we can only give backpacks out to kids that are here because we have a limited number of backpacks. But he said,
while supplies last.
Yeah,
it's a disclaimer in many things.
He said, but my brother's at home. I said, well, again, this is for people here. Bring your brother here. And he said, okay. And he walked away. And then all of a sudden, I'm talking to other kids, getting people backpacks, paying attention to other stuff going on. And all of a sudden, out to my purview, I see a little kid come and go. And I look, I said, hey, bring that backpack back. I said, what are you doing? And I see the little girl who was running towards her brother who I just sent away. And I said, I told your brother that your sibling got to be here to get a backpack. And so she put the backpack down. And so then I thought it was over. But then what happens? Here comes the little teenager. He said, I need a backpack. I said, no, you're not getting a backpack. I already gave you a backpack. He said, that wasn't for me. That was for my other family. If you didn't give me a backpack. I said, yes, I did. You're not getting a backpack. He said, well, I should be getting a backpack because I'm here. I said, no. I said, you just sent your sister over here to try to get a backpack, and you got to learn a lesson. In life, when you try to take stuff, you don't get rewarded. And so you will not be getting rewarded with a backpack.
Oh, Kyle, come on. Give the kid a backpack.
He said, so you're not going to give me a backpack? I said, no. He said, really? I said, no. You don't get rewarded for doing wrong in life. No, that's a life lesson. And then he said, well, I ain't going to say what he said after that. But trust me.
I don't want your
I don't want your bleeping 16. I don't want your bleeping backpack anyways. Now, The old me would have probably said, then why your ass up over here asking for the backpack with your grown ass? But then I said, you know what? I'm not finna argue with a 16-year-old. I'm gonna let you walk away. I stood my ground. I said no. Life lesson. Life lesson.
No, so you kept saying life lesson to him as he walked away.
Life lesson.
And you're doing this in front of other families?
And people, they should be applauding me for teaching that young man life lesson. He gonna have to learn.
Did anybody come for a backpack ever again after they saw this man yelling?
Many people came for backpacks because they respected the rules of the law. I should be getting applauded for helping the future of America understand that if somebody tells you the rules and you break the rules, he lucky the police didn't come. That's what he lucky.
Stop it.
I saw the police horse was there. I should have said, police, police.
Okay, you're a snitch now?
Now I don't know 16-year-old. Now the little girl. The little girl was fine. But he sent his little sister over there trying to take a backpack, to steal a backpack, not ask for one. Steal. I said, you tried to see
Did baby girl volunteer?
She was sitting right next to me. She hit my leg. Kyle. I said, baby, no. They need to know. Was she
trying to tell you to give a backpack away?
No, she wasn't out. She wasn't going to get a backpack away. She know damn well.
She was just trying to temper you yelling in front of a very great event?
She claimed I argued. And then we got home.
No.
She said, did you tell your mom? Did you, 'cause I was on the phone with my mom. Did you tell her you argued with a kid? I said, no. I said, shh. I didn't argue with no kid. But my mom understood.
Seacat, does it sound like you argued with a kid?
Oh, yeah. It's a back and forth. They got stupid with one another.
No. I was telling the kid.
Life lessons. Life lessons.
I should be getting praised right now for being a great mentor. I told a kid, instead of giving these kids
why wouldn't you say, like, hey, like, FaceTime your brother. If he picks up and I see him, like, I'll get you. You know what I mean? Like, it's about, like, give it to the kids. Why do you have to – you went on a power trip over backpacks for the community.
Rules are rules. And if I give one backpack to somebody who's not here,
nobody's
it's a slippery. Oh, let me tell you. So I'm sitting here working the table.
You went on a power trip. The way you're standing up right now, they're chest out over backpacks for the community.
Some woman came up and said, my grandson, he's not here. Can I get a backpack for him? I said, ma'am, we have limited supply, so I can't do it. And she said, oh. And so then another woman came. She signed up. She said, should I put my son's name down here? And this was for the food. And we said, yeah. So then the other lady said, wait a minute. I just want to ask you something. Her son wasn't here, but you allowed for them to do that. I said, whoa, they didn't ask for a backpack, ma'am. These backpacks were hot commodities, man. They were hot. I had to shoo a lot of people away.
You felt you were in control, and it was Kyle's ship.
No, I wanted to make sure that the kids that came out to the community event at the park, that they were going to get a backpack, because eventually what happened? People came up.
Did Kyle do the right thing, 800-990-3776? Should he have given the kid a backpack for his brother? Or should he have stood by the rules of engagement in a community event giving out backpacks?
You asked the wrong question. Should we be praising Kyle as much as it's been not praising Kyle as much as he should for doing the right thing? 800-990-3776. That's what it should be. Y'all should be thanking me. Y'all complain about these kids all the time. See, y'all afraid to talk to them like I do. I keep it 100 with these kids.
I got a text that says, Kyle did the right thing. Good on you, Kyle. Bump them kids as well on the car.
Bump them kids. Look, but can you imagine
bump them kids?
Now here's the thing. Because you know me, I can spaz out a little bit. When that little girl came to try to grab the bag, she ran so quick. She grabbed it, tried to run. I said, hey, and I got it, and I saw where she was.
You grabbed the bag?
No, she put it back, and I yelled at her. She put it back. And
I thought you were arguing, and you're yelling at little children.
I said, hey, come here. And I could tell where she was running because I saw her brother with his little hands on his hips just looking and waiting. And I said, oh, I see him. I said, I told your brother that you couldn't get a backpack.
Did she start crying?
No, she didn't. No, she was a G. I ain't going to lie to you. She wasn't fazed at all. She thought she was going to get away with it, but not under my watch. So, yeah, I'm big on teaching life lessons to kids. I'd be damned if I tell you can't do something and you come back and try to do it. You sent your little sister to steal a backpack?
I know damn well they didn't have a brother at home. Ben is too naive.
Hell yeah.
Probably true.
There was some good stuff in that bag. Them bags just didn't have
chimes in. Kyle's 100% right and deserves a medal. Here's your medal. A high five. Good job, Kyle.
I take it. I did the right thing. We got to teach these kids young.
And I love when these come in. For once, I agree with Kyle. because our church has a backpack giveaway, and people will always try and get extras when their kids are not there. Kyle, you did the right thing, minus the arguing back and forth.
Well, here's the thing.
So you don't agree with him completely.
You got to let the kid know. You can't just tell him no without telling him why.
Praise Kyle on the Carvas Talking text line.
You got to tell him. You got to tell
James
him.
before, praise, he did the right thing.
Praise me. Praise me.
Praise Kyle.
Uplift me. Uplift me. I did the right
Won't
thing.
he do it?
I sure did. I sure told that kid, this is a life lesson. You don't get rewarded for not doing the right thing.
If you're on the line and want to praise Kyle, you can stay there because it's only going to be 2 short minutes that we're back.
Hopefully ain't nobody daddy calling.
Oh, you're scared? Scared of the daddy of the kids? Real tough, aren't you, behind this microphone?
I was prepared for a fight just in case. They said, I'm going to tell my daddy.
We're back in 2 minutes with the Good Samaritan of the Year, Kyle Walls.
Problems continue near the Hale interchange. We have a busted up pavement on northbound 4394, right about just south of Beloit Road. 3 right lanes are blocked with this. So big backups heading back through the Hale in all directions. We've also got an accident southbound 43, just about a mile past Highway 100, almost gone on 43 southbound. So at least we got that going for us. And then we've also got some delays westbound 94 from 27th Street all the way to Hawley Road. Traffic is brought to you by IKEA. Back to college season starts at IKEA. Shop smart storage, bedding, furniture, and more. Verified college students save 15% with IKEA Family. Stop in today at IKEA Oak Creek or visit us online at ikea.us. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight, slight chance for showers, partly cloudy with a low of 67. Tomorrow, storms likely cloudy with a high of 78. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
With 18 unforgettable holes on 250 acres of natural private land, the Bog provides the ultimate golf experience. After your round, stop in the clubhouse for food and drinks. Call 262-284-7075 or visit golfthebog.com.
Looking for a meaningful way for your business to make an impact? Join La Causa on Thursday, September 17th for the 2026 Guarding Dreams Gala at the Pfister Hotel. This inspiring evening brings together Milwaukee's business and community leaders to support La Causa's Crisis Nursery and Respite Center, helping provide safety, care, and hope for children and families facing crisis. Purchase tickets, explore sponsorship opportunities, donate an auction item, or learn more at lacausa.org/gala.
Station updates, show clips, and your place to interact with us every single day just by scrolling through your feed. Follow along on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at ESPN Milwaukee.
Hey, it's Rich Eisen. Tune into the Rich Eisen Show weekdays from 12 to 2 right here on 94.5 ESPN, WKTI, and WKTI HD Milwaukee.
A locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Broadcasting live from the Gruber Law Office's One Call That's All studio at the Avenue in downtown Milwaukee. This is Kyle and Brust on 94.5 ESPN, the ESPN Wisconsin app, and ESPN Milwaukee on YouTube. The 414 Hour is brought to you by Siding Unlimited, the 5-time winner of the National Pella Platinum Premium Certified Contractor of the Year. Looking for new windows and doors? Visit them at sidingunlimited.com.
Oh.
Whoa.
It's the 414 Hour at 4 on KMB.
Live from the Wisconsin State Fair at Left Sports Bar and Grill. Food is great, drinks are great, the games are great, chance to win Brewers tickets. You got it all here at the corner of Grandstand Ave and 2nd Street inside the Wisconsin State Fair. He is Kyle Wallace. I'm Ben Brust. Before we went to break, we just discussed how Kyle is a hero and deserves a medal.
All right, okay.
Well, no, that's what people are praising Kyle.
Hero
Thank you very much from the great
thank
service
you,
at Lefts, as we just talked about how amazing the candy bacon cheese curds are. Jimmy brought changa. Now, Kyle was at a community event handing out backpacks. And the rules are, if you were a child, or someone who could go to school, you have to be present to get a backpack.
Got to be present to get
And one of them said, well, my brother didn't get a backpack. And Kyle said, is your brother here?
Oh, come on now. I ain't saying it like that. I ain't saying it like that. Don't do
It sounded like you were arguing a little bit.
I didn't start with that kid.
Is your brother here? Because if he's not, he can't get a backpack. Now, I was messing around. I'm with you. Now, here's the thing. You did the right thing. But the texter was right about me. I would have been too naive and been like, oh, that's so sad. Your brother's not here. Here's a backpack. Now, I would have been sucker. No doubt. You did the right thing. We got Dan in Brothertown who wants to join. Talk about Kyle the hero on the Carbus Talk and Text line.
Hero.
Hey, guys. How you doing?
Good.
Well.
Good.
So, Kyle, you absolutely are a hero.
Thank you. I
Real
appreciate
simple.
that.
You have to be present. You have to be there to get a backpack. What is so hard about that?
Yeah, I I had to teach the kid a lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't his daddy, but I was his mentor in the moment. And if I was his daddy, I would have took my belt off and said, son, you did what?
Hey, whoa.
You did what?
So
you
taking
embarrassed
your
the
belt
name?
out of a 16-year-old?
I did tell my wife, I said, I wish my kid would embarrass me like that out in public.
What would you do?
I'd be mad. I said, "What the hell you think you is?" I would go back if I heard him telling the story. Like, yeah, they didn't give me a backpack. I said, them backpacks. I would say, "You did what?" We going back.
Come back with me.
We going back.
Come here right now.
Who did you say it to? Because we apologizing. That's not the way we treat people.
Him. That bleep.
Yeah. Would I have been nervous if Daddy would have came? I would have been said, "Wait a minute now. Wait a minute now. Let me get these paws."
Yeah. What if he said, "Where's my kid's backpack?"
I would have said,
and he's 6'6", 250. Would you have still done the life lesson?
The police was behind me. so he was on the.
So it's all life lessons until it's not.
He was on.
Then Kyle's got to go running for someone to save him.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Fight over a backpack? I wasn't finna fight the kid over a backpack. I'm not gonna fight no grown man over a backpack. Hell no. I'm not beating somebody up or getting beat up for a backpack. Hell no.
All right, Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, hot off the press, I guess. You know what I've started to learn is, I think the coaches probably see the same people every day at these press conferences and just try and say the shortest things as possible. Because Matt LaFleur went on NFL Network. We didn't hear this from anybody. And we got like 14 audio cuts sent to us from Matt LaFleur's press conference. I'm pretty sure I didn't hear this from Matt LaFleur on the NFL Network.
He's got to be the best I've been around in terms of protections and adjustments, and rarely does he get out schemed.
Wow.
It's pretty remarkable, and that was all foreign to him coming into the league.
Yep.
And I think having the opportunity to sit back and learn from Aaron and watch him do it at the level he did it, I think was invaluable for him.
Best.
Matt LaFleur, there's the praise, right? We have the Packers national media disrespect segment when we see something that is so egregious that we got to bring it to the limelight of how false and how stupid it may sound.
Egregious.
But I do feel like a lot of our conversations are centered around Jordan Love and the narrative of others that don't have him as a top 10 QB or have him down the rankings. Talking about how he's able to adjust the way he does, it's all good. I like hearing from Matt. But this has to be the year it's consistent from week 1 to week 17 for a lot of different reasons.
Well, if he thinks this highly of Jordan Love, where he says he's the best that he's seen do it,
I mean, that's a little pommy, don't you think?
Well, I don't know.
I know he mentioned Aaron Rodgers, but if he's doing better than Aaron, come on now.
Aaron
Rodgers is probably one of the best at identifying coverages in the NFL.
If you can look at it from that perspective, the perspective I'm looking at it from is that if you think that highly of Jordan Love, then you need to go ahead and let him loose. You need to go ahead and unleash Jordan Love and liberate Jordan Love. If you believe the world that this guy is literally on the level of not getting out-schemed, on the level of an Aaron Rodgers, who we all know is a
Bro, he was out-schemed. They both were out-schemed the whole damn second half against the Bears.
Well, third quarter for sure. Some of the fourth quarter.
But you see what I'm saying?
That's
why I'm
you're
like,
not buying it, but I'm just.
I know. I'm just saying. I like hearing it, but like, I know it's the off season. Maybe he got better. I don't know. Like, what matters is what you do week 1 through week 17. And then if you're blessed with a playoff opportunity, you got to take advantage of it. They were telling me he never gets out schemed. Bro, they were sending guys left and right, and they didn't come up with a good. Those two together didn't come up with a good enough protection plan, or getting quick passes out, or out scheming the scheme that the Bears were pinning their ears back with in that second half.
You're going to have to put seven inside, I guess, because at that point you're talking about
just quick passes to the playmakers. We saw it work with Matthew. What about a quick slant? What about like those things that get him out of the ball, get the ball out of his hands?
I get it, but again, you can look at it from the perspective of I don't believe what he's saying, and I'm going to look at it from perspective of if you believe this much in Jordan Love, why is it that you haven't unleashed Jordan Love and given him the ability to be able to ball out? That's what I'm thinking about, is that if you think he is that good, then you need to go ahead and give the keys to him, because the training wheels are definitely off when it comes to Jordan Love, but I still feel like he doesn't have the full freedom to be able to do what he wants. I think then
that is evidence that if you think at the end of the year that Matt LaFleur didn't give him the freedom, then you better start having some real conversations about how you feel about Matt LaFleur. Because he's saying what he thinks Jordan is capable of. And Jordan is going to do or not do based off what Matt LaFleur gives him the opportunity.
Yeah, no, that again, if you believe this, then that's why I think there should be more. But I actually believe what he's saying with the development of Jordan Love, because Jordan continues to get better year in and year out. And so I do believe that I don't think he's the best. I don't think he's the best to ever do it. Well, he's seen, because, I mean, it's hard to be better than Aaron Rodgers, but I do think that he's pretty damn good, and that's why he had high praise for Jordan Love. So hopefully that translates on the football field where Jordan Love has the ability to throw the ball 30 to 35 times per game, even if, we can throw instead of run a ball. Picking up 4 yards on first round through the air is just as good as a good run play on first down, and that's what I expect to see this year, especially with the offensive line issues that you're having.
Yeah, again, that's the biggest thing that we've talked about and discussed and went at length with Jason Wilde today is the offensive line, because, again, that's going to be even more important, picking up coverages and not being out-schemed by the defense, because they're going to be sending a lot at this offensive line. Because, it's the first time that they ever played as a unit together. B, it's been –
You don't even know what the unit's going to be.
That's my point, is whatever the unit's going to be, they're going to test the unit. You're making my point further. You're making my point further.
When Jacob Monk got drafted, I thought Jacob Monk had a good chance of developing into something. Again, he's still young in the NFL, but I just don't have a lot of confidence in that offensive line at this point. But I do want to say is that, to me, it sounds like there should be an MVP type season loading for Jordan Love.
Here we go.
Because when you
Matt Pommy, why are you saying this after Matt LaFleur spoke to the NFL Network and not before the first 2 hours of the show today? Why did it take you so long?
Well, because, again, I listen to what people are saying, and clearly he's seeing something from Jordan Love throughout the offseason, seeing the improvements of Jordan Love, and feels like the grasp that Jordan Love has and the confidence he has in him is on a level of an MVP caliber type player. Am I lying? He literally put him in the same category as a Hall of Fame MVP type player, and based off what the Packers are doing this season, they're basically simplifying things for Jordan Love, simplifying things for the offense, not having it be we're going to be rotating all these different wide receivers. Understanding when you call a play, there's going to be 3 guys out there at wide receiver and 1 guy out there at tight end damn near most of the time. I really think this simplification of this offense and easing things and paring things down for Jordan Love of who's out there and who he needs to throw the ball to will allow for Jordan Love to elevate. So I think there's a level of confidence that Matt LaFleur has from what he did in the offseason.
He's got to throw 40 touchdowns if you want him to be what you're talking about.
And it will.
And what has Matt shown you with Jordan to tell you that he's going to let him do that?
Nothing. Great
argument. I'm telling y'all, Jordan Love's going to be in the MVP talk. Why would he throw 40 touchdowns? Well, nothing's shown me that they'll do that.
So
you might as well just burn money.
When the Packers' back was up against the wall and they had to play really well to end the season when they were 3-6 after the Steelers game, they let loose and the Packers won a lot of games after that. And they allowed for Jordan Love to be that guy. And I feel like that hopefully is going to be the mentality that they have, is winning and losing with the arm of Jordan Love this year. And I'm interested to see exactly how much Josh Jacobs has left in the tank. I understand he was banged up a little last year, bad offensive line. Now he's banged up again in training camp now.
Well, that was precautionary.
Yeah, but he hasn't practiced, though.
I know, but as you get older, like it's less valuable for someone like him to be
it's just nicked up
going
a little
through
bit.
Drills.
And
what about that offensive line, as you said last year, for this year for Josh Jacobs?
It could be
unknown.
Yeah, unknown. It could be a disaster waiting to happen. Could be an absolute disaster waiting to happen. But I do believe that there's maybe a vibe and a feeling in the city that they feel very confident that an MVP season might be loaded.
Micah Parsons.
Let's
make this the NFL Network tell all.
Oh, she's flying in that scooter, man.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see, I'm telling you, there was one person flying.
And then they going slow, yeah.
You know, like.
Damn, Scooter Century.
1, 2, 3, 4. Nothing to my right. Nope. Deep. But I had to reach for that.
This lady in the scooter don't know what she's doing.
That's what I'm saying. It's dangerous out here.
Oh, maybe she's with that man. You can't be with nobody in no damn scooter.
You just got to get a scooter, too?
No.
Ooh, you know what I haven't seen? We saw a scooter on a lazy boy chair. Which, by the way, kind of heady play.
No, I get if you're gonna be in a situation where you gotta be in a scooter. He was younger, so probably got some ailment going on.
Might as well be comfy.
Be comfy and cool with it. A little bit hot to be on that type of material.
I was thinking that, but
that
I'm sure he's comfy.
I'm sure he was comfortable. I'm mad at the man.
You know what I haven't seen yet is I want to see a double scooter.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I've never seen it.
Like front and back?
No, front and back, side to side. You know, like they're just on
a tandem.
Side to side is taking way too much space. Oh,
yeah, tandem would work too. Like a tandem bike, tandem scooter.
Man.
You just said he was walking in front. They might as well just get a double scooter and sit down and enjoy the ride.
That's very true.
If you trust the driver.
Very inclusive of you, Ben Brust. What a good inclusive thought.
You know me. Super inclusive. Always. I can't do it right now because there's too much.
Super inclusive my ass.
I was wondering if you can let that slide.
Yeah, hell no.
Ben Brust, Kyle Wallace, live from Left's Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. We have Micah Parsons from the NFL Network. And, again, I don't know what it is. Once you get on these big networks, you start saying stuff. So we're going to hear from Micah Parsons. But first, I'm going to tell you about Grimal & Associates because they protect what matters most. Their coverage is tailored exactly to you. I switched over my home and auto for our family to Grimal & Associates because of the relationship that I formed with their team, specifically Mandy, and then I met everyone else. They were perfect with their follow-up communication. If I need anything, they have it. Now I have everything on the app. With the American Family Insurance Back Service, expert guidance, and they've been in the greater Milwaukee area for over 30 years, they're building those relationships to provide you peace of mind. Contact Grimal & Associates today at teamgrimal.com. That's team, GRAMOLL.com. Micah Parsons.
Did he say something as well?
He sure did on the NFL Network.
Oh.
It's about the pass rush. Come on, Green and Gold Goggles, get excited.
I think I am, boy. You already know how I feel about them.
Next.
Micah. You're dealing with Kyle and Brust.
I was in New Orleans telling stories. You in the middle of a quiz.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We have some problems on westbound 94. It is a solid ride from the Zoo Interchange all the way to Moreland Road, where there is an accident that is blocking the left lane. So careful with that. Eastbound, slowing down, take a look. Got backups from Highway 164 all the way to that point. Northbound on 894, pavement buckling. Just before you get to Beloit Road, northbound 894. That is backing things up in all directions through the Hale Interchange. Only three lanes are blocked. Only one lane is available to use at this point. Other than that, we've got our usual backups. Westbound 94, 27th Street to Hawley Road, eastbound from Mitchell Boulevard to 35th. Traffic is brought to you by Sewer Ninjas. Just like we help you avoid traffic backups, Sewer Ninjas helps homeowners avoid sewer backups with camera inspections, drain cleaning, and trenchless repairs. Learn more at sewerninjas.com. And check the TMJ4 Storm King forecast. Tonight, slight chance for a shower, partly cloudy with a low of 67. Tomorrow, storms likely, cloudy otherwise, a high of 78. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
Summer's biggest tradition is back. The Wisconsin State Fair returns August 6th through the 16th with 11 days of family fun. Enjoy legendary cream puffs, can't miss fair foods, live music, thrilling rides in Spin City, amazing animal exhibits, shopping, and entertainment around every corner. Whether you're craving a classic corn dog or this year's newest food creations, there's something for everyone. Get your tickets today and start planning your visit at wistatefair.com. We'll see you at the Wisconsin State Fair.
Meet Jim and Rita.
We went on a motorcycle trip.
But somewhere in Wyoming, Jim and Rita were in a serious accident.
They blocked off the interstate and everything and took us to the hospital.
Sometime later, Rita made a discovery.
She had noticed that the bracelet was gone. And I asked the trooper, is there a chance we can go out there and see if it's still there?
And amazingly,
he found a couple of pieces
It was only 2 tiny links of the bracelet.
Jim was determined to buy Rita another bracelet from Kessler's.
And I had my checkbook in my hand.
But when he arrived there,
And I said, okay, how much? And she says, that's part of our warranty.
Jim and Rita discovered the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty.
It's just amazing that you guys do this.
And it's true.
If you bought it at Kessler's, it's guaranteed. It's just that simple.
It surely is miraculous.
Read the Kessler's miraculous no small print warranty yourself at Kessler'sDiamonds.com.
Every tailgate has one. One person who brings the grill, one person with the lawn games, one who's convinced this is the year. But everyone's favorite, the one who shows up with the carbless. Handcrafted premium cocktails with bold flavors, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, just 100 calories, and gluten-free. No mixers, no mess. Just crack one open and enjoy. This football season, make Carbless the MVP of your cooler. Find your bliss at drinkcarbless.com.
Kevin Moret for Mentality. For our guys wanting to lean up and preserve their muscle mass, nothing is more powerful than combining testosterone therapy with GLP-1s. The TRT builds muscle and fuels metabolism, while GLP-1s target fat stores of the body. Clients currently combining these 2 revolutionary treatments look better than they have in years. This treatment isn't for everyone, only the guys that want next-level results. Start today at lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
Hey, it's Kyle Wallace. Right now, buy 4 windows, get 4 free in 48 months with 0% interest, same as cash. Restrictions apply. Call 414-410-2000. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Watch your step. You're with Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
When your joints hurt every day, it doesn't have to be like that. If you've been told you need surgery, do your homework, because if a joint is replaced, you can't go back from that. And before you schedule surgery, consider getting a second opinion from QC Kinetics, because you might be dealing with pain from bone-on-bone arthritis, a torn meniscus, or years of that wear and tear. You got to know surgery isn't the only conversation, because Dr. Caravelli has an amazing team at QC Kinetics, and they use regenerative treatments to deliver relief to patients like you. In Greenfield and Mequon, you'll start with the medical eval, review the history and any imaging of the actual source of your pain. If you're a good candidate, you're going to use those cool healing tools within your body in the spot that's causing pain. And the whole idea, which is a big idea, you want to hold off on surgery. In some cases, you can avoid that altogether. So call QC Kinetics for a second opinion. Know the options, the conversation and consultation. Those are free. QC Kinetics. Call 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. 414-240-2298. It is Kyle and Brust live from Left Sports Bar and Grill at the Wisconsin State Fair. We heard from Matt LaFleur on the NFL Network praising Jordan Love and some of the things he's able to learn as a sponge behind Aaron Rodgers and how he's excelling, not getting out-schemed by other teams. It's the day of NFL Network, I guess.
Have you ever looked at somebody and said, damn, he looked like he'd been locked up before?
No.
That dude looked like he'd been behind.
That's called profiling. It's not very inclusive.
You saw him. He looked like he served some time.
As I perfectly set that up, of course, the State Fair people watching strikes again. Let's hear from Micah Parsons on the NFL Network. And I lied. It's not about the defensive line. It's about the Micah Parsons, Micah Parsons.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's just about pass rush. I think about is commanding the defensive front. Like the way I set it up, I can dictate the slides, know where the slide's going, understand protections. I think I'm above IQ than every rusher in the league. I've learned from the best between Dan, Zim, Halfley. I really understand football at a way better level, so it allows me to, use those abilities that I haven't seen no one else do. So I say that. I can say they're better football players. He's bigger, so you can do a lot more things. But in terms of pass rushing and doing things schematically, I don't think there's anyone that can rush 1 through 5 from left tackle to right tackle, right guard, left guard, center.
He I love Micah Parsons. I love him. You know why? Because I already know who he's talking about when he say he.
Miles.
He's talking about Myles Garrett. That is
We
what
did play a do you have that, C-Cat? It almost feels identical of what he was trying to explain when they did a podcast together.
Yeah. No, see, I love that mentality. See, that is a person that thinks he is the absolute
The best at everything. And you have to have that if you're going to be great.
No, if you're going to be not just great, you're going to be one of the greatest of all time. That is an individual that's literally telling you, listen, yeah, I understand he got 23 sacks this past season, 22 and a half, whatever. He got a lot of sacks last season, but listen, I am better than him. He's bigger than me, but I can rush against every single position. If you line me up at nose tackle, I'm going to find a way to get in the backfield. If you stand me up on the end wide, I'm going to find a way to get in the backfield. I am completely unstoppable from every single position on the offensive line. I love that. I love the mentality that he says I'm the best dang guy out there.
C-Cat, where's this from?
This was on either Micah's podcast or Myles Garrett if he has a podcast, but they were talking about the sack record, single-season sack record that Myles Garrett set and whether or not Micah Parsons is going to be able to set it next year since we'll have a full season ahead of him.
You know what time it is. That record is only going to stand for so long.
It is still currently my time.
Y'all know records are meant to be broken. It took him, next man 25 years. It might just take me 2 years.
2? I mean, it's going to take me another 1.
I mean, I'm going to miss some time early.
Yeah, I mean.
So you're going to get a little cushion off that. But
you take your time. I'm going to go ahead and break it again.
The league's been holding me back for years.
Brother, if you're ahead of me in one stat as far as double team, it might be like a 0.5%.
And pressures.
Pressures?
They said on the screen. I led the league in pressures.
What you want? Sacks or pressures?
I'm just saying, I played 13 games. So obviously I'm getting to the quarterback.
He don't stop at nothing.
He's
sitting next to the all-time sack leader in NFL history, and he's just like, I don't care.
I'm better than you. He tried to find every area that he was better than. What about pressures? But I'll say this. If what he really wanted to say, but he couldn't do it because it's bogus, you play for the Cleveland Browns. If I played for a loser that was down in every game, I got to pin my ears back like you did, I would be getting them sacks too. That's what he really wanted to say.
I'm actually interested, I was like, all right, he's saying this, and I know he's on the Rams now, which, by the way, is fascinating to say out loud.
Yeah, it is.
Considering how Seattle and the Rams were kind of like,
Close,
the best
neck
of
the
the NFC. And
yeah, the Rams want to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
They're not trying to win the Super Bowl. They're saying we want to win.
And again, like in that situation, I don't think – it'd be interesting to your point, not being on the Cleveland Browns, how many sacks he will get.
You just won't.
You're going to play better competition too. The AFC East or the Eastern, no, the AFC North.
They play in the AFC North,
and that's like like teams like that. Like when you watch those AFC North games, they're like 17-13 most of the time.
And the thing is that Myles Garrett is fantastic. He probably got to pin his ears back on 3rd down, 3rd and long. He's just going after whatever it is. I'm sure Myles got to do whatever the hell he wanted to do. And Michael Parsons has to play within the defense. I'm not sure how that man got 22-some sacks last year, but I know he's damn good, and I love the fact that my defensive lineman is aiming to be better than him. That should make you special. I wish Jordan Love had that in him. I wish Jordan Love had the mentality.
You don't think he does? Or you just haven't heard it from him?
No, I think Jordan Love thinks he – well, yes, I don't think – I haven't heard it, but I don't think Jordan Love has the I'm the best quarterback in the NFL mentality. I think Jordan Love has the I'm really good. Like, I'm one of the best in the league. But I don't think Jordan Love will look at Pat Mahomes and say, yeah, you did a lot of great stuff, but you had Andy Reid as your coach. Y'all had a really good program. Now I got guys who are good. I got my Travis Kelce. I'm going to do what you did.
Micah is somebody where I think even though he is injured for, I don't know, and I saw another report that it's still the target date seems most realistic of that Sunday Night Football game against the Cowboys. I think you make that trade over and over and over again, despite, especially when, you could use the history of looking at past first-round picks and what they've turned out for the Green Bay Packers.
There is no.
Nobody can make an impact like he can for the totality of the defense. Even when we've talked about the cornerback position, right? Keisean Nixon, Benjamin St. Juste, Carrington Valentine, and Brandon Cisse, right? We're talking about that. The fact that it's not that Jason Wilde says he wants to get it right. He played a couple series with the twos. It wasn't as big as it's made out to be. Keisean Nixon, that is. Well, okay, I know. But
if
he
said
I
wouldn't want to be running with the twos.
That's the point. He said it's definitely like not a vote of confidence by any means. My point is Micah was the reason why Keisean Nixon looked so good in 4 pass breakups in one game. You know why? Because he has that type of impact that he was just talking about with the NFL Network and with Myles Garrett, and he's going to find a way to get pressure. He's going to find a way to get sacks. I mean, even though he doesn't lead the league in sacks, he's still double digits every single year.
I think it's him and maybe Reggie White that have more than 12 sacks per season in their first 5 years in the NFL. It's something ridiculous. So Michael Parsons is definitely something special, but Myles Garrett is absolutely ridiculous. I'm just glad that my guy is looking at the guy who's at the top and saying, I'm better than you, and I can't wait to prove it.
Again, as soon as you bring up Jordan Love, like I wish Jordan Love had that mindset. The Cardinals Talking text line lights up and just like with the haters. He just doesn't have the killer instinct. He doesn't have that. He doesn't have
He's
this.
a silent killer, but he ain't like a cocky dude. Like Aaron Rodgers thought he was.
Do you think that's what's holding him back? I know you can't change a personality. You can't change a personality.
I don't think Jordan Love will ever be the great. Like he's not aiming to be the greatest player in the NFL. And I'm so used to having guys like Brett Favre and Aaron Rodgers who legitimately thought they were the best quarterbacks in the NFL. And I understand how good the quarterbacks at the top are, but when Brett Favre came into the league, there were some damn good ones. Dan Marino, he was already in the league. John Elway was already in the league. Jim Kelly, already in the league. There were some really good quarterbacks already in the NFL, and Brett Favre said, watch this. Aaron Rodgers, same thing. He got in the league. Peyton Manning was already there. Drew Brees, I believe, was already there. Tom Brady was already there, and Aaron Rodgers came in and said, I'm going to be in a class with them. Like, I'm right there with them. And
Despite not having the championships as the same amount as, I guess, Peyton Manning, you can throw there.
Well, Peyton got 2.
I know the Denver one was, he couldn't move.
Not as much him.
But with Tom Brady, he still is regarded, and Tom Brady talks about, all the greats talk about how great Aaron Rodgers was in doing things that even they couldn't do,
and I think
which also showcases how much of a team game that this is. You can't just do it by yourself.
Aaron Rodgers got drafted, I think, 23rd or 24th overall, and he fell in the draft, and he was mad. And he always was mad at San Francisco, mad at Alex Smith. Why?
Despite not being able to beat them.
Yes, despite not being able to beat them. But he was mad at him because teams passed up on him. He held that against teams. And I don't know if Jordan Love has that type of anger in him, but he's a damn good quarterback.
But yet, why do you believe that he can bring them a Super Bowl?
Oh, because he's cold. He's a really good quarterback. Like, you don't need to have that
cold, really good.
Sam Darnold. No.
But again, the team and the defense were different than what the Packers have. We're talking about.
I understand.
We're talking about not having Micah. What does the defensive line look like? We're talking about Keisean Nixon, who was the #1 corner, getting time with the twos. Like that. That's not going on for Super Bowl caliber teams.
Ben, I understand I'm a Packer backer and I have a bias. But what Jordan Love has shown us, right, has he been able to put it together for a full season? No, because of health, right? Last year he was putting together a really good season. He wasn't turning the ball over, and the Packers were winning games. He goes down, things go left. But then in addition to that, Ben, what he has been able to do in the playoffs. Look at last year's playoff stats for every single quarterback in the playoffs. Jordan Love got better stats in one game than quarterbacks have in multiple games. He looked elite in that playoff game. He was in the same breath of how good Josh Allen played, even though Josh Allen had a hell of turnovers. But he was that good. Like, he is that special where he can put up those type of stats and that type of performance in those type of games. That speaks volumes.
It has to happen despite no matter what you want to put it on. The coach, the offensive line, pitting their ears back and go to get him. They have to find a way, and he does as the quarterback, to elevate this team and get a first down.
Jordan got to throw for 375 next time and 5 touchdowns.
Sure.
For real. That's what he needed. He threw for 323, 326. His guys dropped some passes. He didn't get into the end zone. He needed a 5th touchdown pass.
And you got a lot of bling, but he'll have more bling than you if he does do that. But if he's smart, he'd get even more diamonds.
He would get even more diamonds, and I got my diamonds from Paul's Jewelers in West Dallas, and I'm telling y'all this right now. They have high-quality craftsmanship, and they're trusted. They are a trusted local jeweler located in West Dallas at National Avenue and Highway 100. Paul's Jewelers is the place to go. If you're looking to propose, this is the place to go. Go ahead and get your engagement ring. If you're looking maybe to get your wedding band like I did, you can go to Paul's Jewelers. Well, what makes it even more fun is right now they have a brand new cafe, the 7 C's Cafe. Yes, you combine the 4 C's of diamonds, cut, color, clarity, and carat with the Paul's 3 C's of coffees, chocolate, and cookies, and it's a perfect combination. So if you're looking to go ahead and get that diamond ring, you can do it at Paul's Jewelers, where they'll sit down, you'll relax, you have a good conversation, have a great cup of coffee at the Seven Seas Cafe. Go and enjoy some coffee, look at some jewelry, and have a great time as well. So make sure you visit Paul's Jewelers today in West Dallas.
C-Cat, you've been quiet today. We're going to hear your voice. Don't screw up the intro. Next.
You're experiencing Kyle and Brust.
Yeah, play some defense on him or something.
You're asking the wrong person.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
We have more problems cropping up. We got an accident on northbound 43 on the off-ramp to North Avenue, so watch out for that. We've also got westbound 94 at Moreland Road with the left shoulder blocked. We had an earlier left lane closure there for a bit. We had northbound 894 right before Beloit Road. The 3 right lanes are closed. Why? Well, we've got pavement buckling. That's right. And we've got the southbound side, an accident at National Avenue on the right shoulder as well. I would stay away from the bypass altogether for you today. Don't miss Snap-on IndyCar Weekend, August 28th through the 30th at Milwaukee Mile at Wisconsin State Fair Park. Get your tickets at MilwaukeeMile.com. And check the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast tonight. Chance for thunderstorms to the south, humid, a low of 68. Tomorrow, humid with midday thunderstorms likely, a high of 80. Weather is brought to you by National Liquor Mart at 16th and National in Milwaukee. Packed with the best beer, liquor, seltzer, and spirit deals in town. Open 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. daily, where your satisfaction is their plan of action. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 94.5 ESPN.
I'm with Eric, Director of Research for Good Karma Brands. They have business technology from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Eric, what does partner mean to you?
Partner isn't just out for them. The partner cares about how we solve our problems, and it can be a mutually beneficial relationship from there on.
And I understand throughout the more than 15-year partnership between Good Karma Brands and James Imaging Systems, you have shared many core values.
Absolutely. Work hard, be honest, over-deliver, follow through, listen, teamwork.
Eric, summarize your overall business technology partnership with James Imaging Systems for me.
Outstanding. As we've grown tremendously and you guys have still been able to meet our needs each step of our growth, that's huge.
AI-driven workflow automation, security enhancements, and digital transformation from James Imaging Systems, your local business technology partner. Call 262-781-7700 or visit jamesimaging.com.
It's a summer of big wins with WinFest at Potawatomi Casino Hotel, Milwaukee. Just play with your Potawatomi rewards card for entries and your chance to win cash and reward play all summer long. Then keep the excitement going, because all your monthly drawing entries roll over into the WinFest final drawings on September 25th, where you could win cars, dream vacations, free play, and cash. Don't miss out on WinFest, only at Potawatomi. More info online. Must be 21 and a rewards member to play.
ESPN Wisconsin's Mark Tauscher here for MoMA. Battling a sore knee, a shoulder, elbow, hand, neck, back, or foot pain? MoMA can get you back in the game. MoMA is the new Midwest Orthopedic and Musculoskeletal Alliance, connecting trusted local providers like OIW, SMOC, and Innovative Pain, with expert care and innovative treatments provided in their offices. The Surgery Center, Ortho Laser, Smart Scan, or MOSH. With the best orthopedic care and recovery, MoMA can get you back to doing what you love. Call or walk in today. Visit MoMaMKE.com. That's MoMaMKE.com.
It's Mike with Infinity Exteriors. I've seen it all, Wisconsin. Sketchy sales gimmicks for low-quality windows, siding that costs more than a new home, fly-by-night roofers. 60,000 happy customers made a better choice. Infinity Exteriors roofing, siding, and windows all come with our lifetime workmanship warranty, no overcharges, and transparent pricing. At Infinity Exteriors, we're on a mission to save our communities from unscrupulous contractors. Visit infinityexteriors.com.
Brian Butch here. From high school All-American to Division I to the pros, I've spent a lifetime putting in the work. Right now, score one of the best deals of summer with the Iron Jock Basics Bundle. Get a premium t-shirt, a pair of performance boxers, and crew socks, all for just $57.50. Iron Jock gear is built for comfort with moisture-wicking fabric, 4-way stretch, and silver ion technology that helps you fight odor-causing bacteria. It's everyday performance at an unbeatable price. Don't wait. Head to ironjock.com and grab your basic bundle today.
Let the good times roll. Kyle and Brust are back on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Can you believe we're already talking about the end of the summer? I know, it sucks, but if you've been pushing off and holding off on getting your windows updated, don't worry about that because Universal Windows is good all times of the year. And I want you to be like me. I work with Universal Windows Direct, and it was literally one of the best decisions I made for upgrading my home. I absolutely love my windows, and I want you to have that exact same feeling when you work with Universal Windows Direct. And right now, when you work with UWD, you can buy 4 windows and get 4 free. Plus, you'll get 48 months of 0% interest financing as well. So make sure you call my friends at Universal Windows Direct at 414-410-2000. That's 414-410-2000, or simply just go to universalwindowsdirect.com to schedule your free in-home estimate today. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
Kyle and Brust live from the Wisconsin State Fair. We're hanging out the best place at the fair, which is Left Sports Bar and Grill. Swing on by. It's been fun chatting with everybody who's interacted with us. Let's hit it now with our guy C-Cat, Catastrophic.
Barely keeping Kyle and Brust on the air.
You decided to marry her. You decided to put the baby inside of her.
I love the NFL.
And somehow still finding time to judge the world around him.
You poked the bear. I'll do you one better.
With C-Cat, this is Catastrophic.
Kyle, what's happening?
What up, C-Cat?
Ben, long time no talk. How are you? I'm a simple man. I enjoy FCC mess-ups by very important, intelligent, stand-up people when I watch TV. And while scrolling my phone over the weekend, I came across 2 very funny missteps, misspeaks. The first came on QVC. Yes, your grandma's or your mom's favorite daytime TV watch, where this one lady was trying to explain that her hair kind of looks like a blowout, except she may not have said it.
Wave pattern. Again, it looks like you went and got a blow at your a blowout at your salon. Oh my God. And it looks beautiful.
All right, so here's what's happening today. We're having a huge beauty sale. Everything ships to you for free, but that goes away at the end of the day. I will remind you that this is a one-time only price.
Oh, is it now?
So that is the first mess up, and I wanted you guys to grade the rebounds because the person that swooped in wasn't the person that made the mistake on air. Trying to cover up.
F. She didn't rebound at all. She had to be saved.
No, I find it funny. QVC, I don't watch it, clearly, but they have some really good people over the weekend. I heard a caller that called in. Don't you see I'm on the phone? Like I literally, I may need to.
Oh, you don't watch it, but you got
it was on
deep
my.
cuts?
It was in my algorithm for some reason this weekend, and I saw this and. Boy, that was hilarious. But QVC is one of those channels where he's like, you could do that stupid nonsense and you're fine because people will just be entertained by watching that. And that was quite the mess up. I wonder what was on her mind.
I'm not touching this one. Not touching it.
I'm glad he bleeped it out.
I said F. She didn't rebound, but I ain't touching anything more.
Do you have anyone in your life, Kyle or Ben, that are habitual QVC both viewers and purchasers of products?
So I had a family member that went through a phase. I think once she retired, all of a sudden she was talking about 4 easy payments or 3 easy payments, 3 easy payments. I was like, what? So yes, because she was, when you retire, you kind of you adjust. And she was staying up late, and she was talking about how she bought stuff off of QVC and something about 3 or 4 easy payments. I was like, okay. All right, Auntie. I think she's over that phase. But, yes, I have a family member that was definitely in a QVC phase.
I couldn't tell you what QVC is about.
Really? The woman who's on Shark Tank, she's really big into QVC. Really? Where it's like, call now, in 60 minutes you get this short price, and they demonstrate the product on TV, the curling iron.
Okay, I know what you're saying. I just can't say that I've ever watched it.
I mean, it used to be on – I feel like on cable back in the day, it was definitely on one of the lower channels that I would hit it. I don't know where it's at now, but it was definitely on one of the lower channels.
So that's one FCC TV mess up. Here's another one. You don't anticipate to happen when you're watching the news, just trying to see what the traffic's going on, where you got the news guy standing in front of the green screen. Behind him is live action traffic of what exactly is going on the road. The problem is He turns around, and a crash happens live on air, and it goes like this.
Traffic is slowing down both sides around this car, as well as that on-ramp. Oh, I'm so sorry. This literally just watched a crash happen in real time. And I almost said something inappropriate. But you can see this car.
Yeah, no, he
Ben,
said shoot.
How do you grade that TV mess up?
That was A. That was A. I saw the video.
Said the same thing?
And listen. Yeah, if imagine us standing here, and all of a sudden we see two scooters crash, we would stop. Oh, snap. Like
we say, oh, snap?
He was looking at the screen, and he saw a car accident happen live on TV on the screen. So, I give it to him. He did a good job. He said, oh, what? We just saw an accident. I'm sorry. I just saw an accident here.
Yeah, that one's relatable. The other one is just like what's on your mind, like what's going through your mind to say what you said.
For ready to go home.
This one, I think everyone reacts the same way. So you 100% get a pass. Okay. Even the FCC would be like, oh, bleep.
Yeah,
if they saw it live too. All the people that do all the fines for that would probably say the same thing if they were that person.
Yeah.
And now we go to before yesterday's rubber match between the Brewers and Twins, honoring America pre-game. There's only a certain amount of ways you can honor America before the first pitch. Well, I didn't know this was one of them because I'll play the video and you'll hear the audio under me a little bit. But next to, I think, a clarinet player, there was a dude playing the drums on a grill in order to complete God Bless America. The Star Spangled Banner. One of those two words.
I don't hear the grill.
It's very subtle under him. Like, it's really not that loud in the video. It's there for a little bit of effect.
Oh, okay. Okay, I hear it now. Yeah.
I was very confused. I'm very confused. I kind of feel like it's disrespectful to the Star Spangled Banner to put a grill there, but also unique and creative. And it wasn't like it was good, though.
It wasn't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounded like a drum.
Yeah, like if it was good and unique, it's like, oh, I'm entertained. But if it's not good and it's not unique, then it's kind of like, what are we doing here?
The problem is I feel like I could have done that. And I'm not musically talented. I could have just, in rhythm to the song, just smashed the grill and been able to pass by as if I was doing it correctly. Am I wrong in that? Because that didn't sound like a Blue Man Group making a drum out of nothing, no?
No, it wasn't. They weren't good at doing it.
Oh, gosh. Is this true, Josh DiMaggio? Who's texting us? He said it was the Violent Femmes. That's a Milwaukee group.
Oh, what was the Violent Femmes? What Violent Femmes was not good.
They are Wisconsin legends.
Oh, they are Wisconsin legends, but what they did yesterday I don't think was legendary.
Yeah, it was a look-at-me move.
It was. Look at what I'm going to do on a nice little grill.
It was like a charcoal grill, like a singular, like.
I was confused when I saw the clip. I didn't know what I was watching, so I turned. Went to the next clip.
And one final question for you guys. I went and saw a movie, Newsflash, yesterday, but I don't want to talk about the movie I saw. I want to talk about the seat I sat in. Do you prefer the new age, big recliner where you share with one other person with the separator between it, or do you like the classic theater seat that does not recline and is a little bit smaller?
Oh,
bro, wow.
This isn't even close.
What? Who wants to be in one of those, like, stadium seats?
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Give me the recliner.
Unlike you, will not fall asleep during a movie.
That's where I grew some appreciation to it because I did not have the new standard in movie seats. I went back in time with a theater I went to yesterday, and I enjoyed it because it had me locked into the movie from the beginning to the end. Sometimes you can get a little bit too comfortable in those recliners. You think you're at home.
That's a you problem.
There's a lull in the plot, and you can doze off.
What movie did you see yesterday?
Spider-Man movie.
Okay, so how many more movies are you going to see? Because you saw The Odyssey like 4 times.
Yeah. I saw One Night Only on Thursday, not very good. And I saw Spider-Man on Sunday. And after work today, I'm driving to go see a mystery movie, which I don't know what it is.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Man, that boy is going crazy on the food. We got stuff all over his lips. Cream, sour cream everywhere. But CK,
no, we're done. We're done.
Would you renew this next year?
It's monthly. I can cancel whenever I want. I just don't want to
Sounds like he's into it. Just as much as that guy's into that food.
Boy, I'm not ready for kids.
That's not a kid.
But he was somebody's kid.
Bryan Bulaga with the important stuff. Next.
You're along for the ride with Kyle and Brust.
Somehow she still loves you. Still fascinating to me.
On ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app. All day, every day. The Carbless talk and text line is open for you.
We're not trying to get from A to B. We're trying to get from A to SB, as in the Super Bowl.
800-990-3776. The Carbless talk and text line. This is more. Your state, your teams, your ESPN. The ESPN Wisconsin app. Customizable just for you. Find the ESPN Wisconsin app in the Apple or Android app stores today.
$998 buys you a magnificent diamond solitaire engagement ring at Kessler's.
A solid gold mounting shows off a big, beautiful diamond, 3/4 of a carat.
Glitter, twinkle, sparkle.
This is the definitive diamond solitaire engagement ring.
You can choose a round diamond, radiant, marquise, or oval.
3/4 of a carat. Any shape you want.
Any color of gold you want.
A 1-carat solitaire is just $1,498.
Ask to see the Evermore engagement rings at Kessler's.
You're going to be ecstatic about the color, clarity, and cut of your diamond.
Evermore.
Each of these diamonds was lovingly created in the heart of a miniature star.
Your diamond will remain.
Evermore.
Your diamond was born about the time you fell in love.
You will be in love.
Evermore.
Your diamond has been waiting patiently for you to see it, love it, and choose it.
Don't keep it waiting. Come to Kessler's.
To find the Kessler's nearest you, visit KesslersDiamonds.com.
Let's get the latest from Lambeau. This is your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank. Tri-City National Bank offers a full suite of personal and business banking products at more than 25 convenient locations. Open your account today at the community bank that's Milwaukee's best bank. Learn more at tcnb.com.
For the first time since January, it is officially game week for the Green Bay Packers as they prepare for Thursday's preseason opener in Pittsburgh against the Steelers. Pittsburgh, which of course features former quarterback Aaron Rodgers and former head coach Mike McCarthy. Matt LaFleur speaking on the former Packers head coach.
When he got the Pittsburgh job, I'm like, Green Bay Packers, Dallas Cowboys, Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, that's pretty special. So Mike's a guy that I've got a ton of respect for.
It's Packers-Steelers preseason week 1, 6 o'clock Thursday.
This has been your green and gold fix on 94.5 ESPN. Brought to you by Tri-City National Bank, your hometown bank.
ESPN Milwaukee fans, it's Gabe Neitzel here, and I want to introduce you to Jens Family Chiropractic. If you're dealing with back pain, neck pain, headaches, or sciatica, Jens Family Chiropractic focuses on finding the cause of the problem, not just helping you manage the symptoms. For nearly 10 years, they've helped Milwaukee area patients find real answers through personalized care and advanced treatment options. Learn more and check out their new patient special at jensfamilychiropractic.com. That's jensfamilychiropractic.com.
Sharon needed legal help. She needed Gruber Law Offices.
When I think about Gruber Law Office, I think about how they took care of me, how they make sure that you get what you're supposed to get. Gruber Law Office. One call, that's all. I will always trust one call, that's all.
Injured? Call Gruber Law Offices today. One call, that's all.
They are the best. I'm very happy.
This is Aaron Brown, owner of Siding Unlimited with my brother and business partner, Eric Brown. Siding Unlimited is Milwaukee's choice for siding, windows, roofing, and doors.
Siding Unlimited delivers on expectations because our experience, integrity, and craftsmanship come through on every project.
For new siding, windows, roofing, and doors, call 262-567-4513 or go to sidingunlimited.com.
Have no fear, the chaos is here. Lucky you. This is Kyle and Brust on ESPN Wisconsin and the ESPN Wisconsin app.
Joining us now on the Yingling guest line, as we're live from Left's Sports Bar and Grill, the Wisconsin State Fair, it's Kyle and Brust, is Bryan Bulaga. Now, before we get to Bryan, C-Cat, real quickly.
Yeah.
Brian's not prepared for what's about to happen in the Homer Hour, correct?
I don't think so.
It's going to be must listen.
Oh,
I can't spoil it.
He ain't. Hopefully,
No. Don't say a word. It's between Bryan and Homer.
No. Homer gonna get canceled.
No, he's not.
Okay, good.
No, he's not. But I understand when I say that and don't give context why you go there right away.
I was on social media this weekend. So.
Bryan, welcome in.
How we doing, guys?
Oh,
Good.
pretty good. We've talked a lot about the Packers' offense and Matthew Golden looking good at family night, and just like Jordan Love, the way Matt LaFleur talked about on the NFL Network. But there's one core thing we always come back to, and it was Matt LaFleur answering questions today about the offensive line, not seeing the consistency. We're seeing Jacob Monk and Anthony Belton battle at right guard. It just seems to be a conversation that is something I would have wanted more confidence out of LaFleur when answering the question. What do you make of the current situation of the Green Bay Packers offensive line?
Well, I mean, we're not seeing consistency because starters aren't out there playing and getting reps together. I mean, that's about as simple as I can state it. You know what I mean? Like, you got Banks not taking reps, ZBB hasn't been taking reps. There's been battle positions at the right guard spot. So the only people that have been taking reps consistently as starters are Sean Ryan and Jordan Morgan. So, like, you talk about consistency. It's going to be hard to find it when your main guys aren't practicing and you have rotations at different positions in battle. So that doesn't surprise me.
Well, how big of a disaster could it be if the offensive line never finds consistency? Aaron Banks never finds the help that he needs, and he's not practicing throughout the year, but maybe he's only practicing on game day trying to fight through. How big of a problem could this be for the Packers this season as they are looking to think that they can win the NFC North and maybe be a Super Bowl contender?
Well, it's a big problem. I mean, I don't want to sit here and toot the offensive line horn, but I think everyone knows, Packer fans know, they've seen great offensive lines.
Sure have.
And they understand when their offenses are the most productive, normally that group is really good. And what goes along with that is the guys in that group practicing and playing together, you know, very, very often and consecutively in practice and in games, and guys aren't missing time. So if this group doesn't, you know, carry its weight, it's going to be hard for this offense to do what it needs to do. I mean, you can have all the weapons you want, all the great weapons, but those guys up front need to be able to provide the time and space for the weapons to be able to do what they have to do. And, you know, having Matt talk about the consistency right now in camp, like that doesn't concern me, right? Like, it doesn't, you know, it's pretty typical for coaches to be like, we're not where we need to be offensive line-wise, you know, like, that's okay. But the problem is, like, we can read deeper about what's happening, right? Like, you can see the deeper issues, and the issues are the guys that are supposed to be taking the bulk of these reps and snaps and minutes or whatever you want to say aren't healthy enough to do so yet. And as the longer that goes on, the less likely it'll be that they feel completely comfortable playing next to each other week one.
Bryan Bulaga joining us here on Kyle and Brust before the Homer Hour. Bryan, on the England guest hotline, Micah Parsons looks like he's targeting, that week 6 again. Targeting, that doesn't mean anything official. What do you think is more important, the defense or the offense, those first 6 weeks that he is allegedly out?
Well, I mean, I'm going to say the offense because I think they could be the defense's best friend by keeping them off the field. If we have the offense that stays on the field, nice long drives, puts them in good positions, right? Even if we don't score, if you're able to get to around midfield, punt, pin them back, let our defense start in advantageous positions. Don't turn the ball over. Don't give the offense short fields. If you're able to do those things, that takes care of a defense, and that keeps them fresh. So, to me, it's the offense. It's going to be the offense.
I don't think that's bias, Bryan.
I don't think it's bias. I mean, I think it's true because I think when Micah returns, you're going to want to see that type of dominance the defense had when he was there, and that protects an offense. That makes the offense play a lot more free.
Brian, what are you buying from the performances from guys who had good days on the Friday's family night? Is there anything that you're buying saying, yeah, this is going to translate to the season?
Well, I mean, I think you look at someone like Golden who had a nice day. I mean, I think that's what you're hoping you're going to see a lot more often this year than what we got to see last year from him, right? I think a lot more opportunities and targets, a little more trust with Jordan. That you needed that time from Jordan Love to build that trust in Matthew Golden, and it's no surprise it took a little over a year, right? I mean, that's natural. But with that, I'm hoping we see some big things from Golden this year because I think he's surely capable of it.
Additionally, Brian, Kyle hit on it. When you talk about Golden like that, I know I asked you this a while back, does he have a chance to maybe be better than the fourth best in yards caught for the Packers this season?
I mean, there's potential because he is a home run threat, and he does great things once the ball's in his hands, especially if he gets it quick. He's so fast and elusive that he can make guys miss and get into open space and just rack up yards. So there's certainly potential, but again, it all comes down to how much he's targeted in the progression and things like that. So I'd love for him to be up in that discussion when we look at this thing mid-year, right, and see where everyone's at, see that he's close, because that means he's producing. So, I mean, it's certainly not out of the question.
Let's get that year 1 to year 2 jump. Brian, we appreciate it. Like I mentioned, I'll be walking out of the State Fair with the ESPN Wisconsin app to listen to the start of the Homer Hour. Coming up next is Bryan Bulaga and Homer in 2 minutes.
Down still on 894 northbound, we have some pavement buckling just before